Well, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Coach Lee Doty Show, brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville. I'm Ben Hackler with Coach Doty tonight, and we're excited to talk a little football. And, Coach, cooler weather has been upon us. How's practice been this week with the cooler weather?
Yeah, it's been great. Talked to a guy this week that said he used to raise horses, and when the weather started cooling off, those horses wanted to run. So we've had 2 really good days of practice. Today it was brisk out there, but our guys got out there and got after it and kind of enjoyed the cooler weather.
Yeah, Coach, I'm headed to a flag football game as soon as we get done here, and I'm not looking forward to 40 degrees or whatever it is when I get out there. But it definitely is upon us. Of course, we get back to 85 next week, so, enjoy it while it's here.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, Coach, let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about our senior spotlight a little bit later, but let's jump into the weekend. You guys traveled over to Union Parish on Thursday night, and really what can just be called a battle between 2 good teams, long history teams. Came up a little short there at the end, 29-21. As you look back and had a chance to kind of process, what are your initial thoughts before we talk specifics?
Well, I was really proud of the effort we got. I thought our kids played hard, just made too many mistakes. There was 2 or 3 plays in that game that really changed the, complexion of the whole thing. But, going on the road in a hostile environment like that, was anxious to see how our kids are going to respond. And like I said, just tickled to death with our effort, especially defensively. Thought we played really well. It's one of them nights that the ball didn't bounce our way. And, I know that you're fixing to read some stats here that's going to make me feel even worse. But, it's encouraging as well.
Yeah.
I think our kids came out of that game, and even though we didn't get the victory, I think we gained a lot of confidence. I think we feel really good about where we're heading, and so like I said, I think we're in a good spot now, and played a lot of young kids again, but those kids are growing up, and just like I said, just proud of our kids, and wish we could have pulled it out.
Well, Coach, it definitely had to be one of the most physical contests we've been in this year. Looking back over the weeks that we've had some pretty rough battles. But that game, I heard several folks comment, on Facebook and then even with conversations afterwards about how physical that contest was. How did you think your guys handled the physical part of the football game?
I thought for the most part we handled it really well. We're a team that we almost have to get hit in the mouth to respond, and It gives me great hope that we're going to play them again, So I'm hoping that the cards line up and we get another opportunity.
Well, Coach, let's talk about some of the specifics of the game. And, you and I talked to statistics, and I don't normally go through these, but I'm with you. I really thought it was encouraging when we got to the end of the ball game, looking back. Your offense is able to put up 275 yards. You rushed for 250. Passing game really never got going on that end, but I think in every category, except for the one that really counted, you competed and you won every category, yardage-wise, time of possession, first downs, all of that. But when the game started, first drive of the game, you guys kick off and you won the toss. And you've talked about how you really like that. You like for your defense to get on the field. Union Parish is able to get a quick touchdown, but then you get some things going, and then it kind of stalls on you. Offensively, you didn't have any trouble moving the football, it didn't seem like. I think you punted one time again. Actually, I guess it would have been 2 punts without the snap. But really 1 punt on the night, and offensively you moved the football but seemed to stall a little bit, especially down inside the red zone. What did you see from your offense in that first half? What was giving some success, and then what caused the trouble?
Well, I thought we were doing a good job of moving them off the football. I thought we were controlling the line of scrimmage. The big play to me in the first quarter was, we were 1st and 5 on around the 30. And, we ended up 4th and 40.
Yeah.
And, that's just, that's happened to us another time this year when that's happened. And, in a big game like that, you're 1st and 5. You got to execute at that point in time. You got to score, at least get 3 points. You got to answer the bell right there, and we just didn't. And that was disappointing. There were some, like I said, I was proud of some things, but I was disappointed with some things. And that was disappointing to see that, the back-to-back penalties. And actually we had 4 penalties on that drive.
Yeah.
And, that hurt. And, those are things that we thought we had cleaned up. So that was disappointing.
Well, Coach, that drive ends with the punt goes over Aiden's head. Maybe he falls onto the 25. Union takes over. Your defense seemed to, versus that first drive, seemed to kind of rally, forces a fourth down. They're able to convert, and then the little play action pass, they score on to go up 15-0. And at that point, I think a lot of folks thought, uh-oh, here we go. But your team really seemed to settle in. Tremel finishes the half with 113 yards. You've gotten good work from your fullback again, from Brody Belanger. Mason was handling the offense okay as far as the veer and things that you were trying to do. When you look at like a guy like Tremel, I know Tremel's second half ends up sitting, but Tremel had 14 carries for 113 yards at that point. What was giving him so much success as far as being able to find the lanes and go?
Well, he's finally, was 100% healthy. He finally kind of started understanding, his lanes and everything. He got a bad bruise on his hand that swelled up really bad. We thought he might have a fracture. We held him out in the second half, but he was on his way to we'd been talking about a whole different running back this whole week than the guy we talked about if Tremel wouldn't have got hurt. But, just outstanding. And, if you go back and watch the film, some of the moves he made and some of the cuts he made, that guy can go. Yeah. And, he's going to be healthy. He's going to be back this week, and we're excited about it. But, he's starting to hit his stride, and Tremel's going to win some games for us.
Well, Coach, a lot of folks don't understand the weight and the amount of effectiveness that goes into preseason. So Tremel really missed 7 weeks of camp coming into the first few weeks of football. So even at West Monroe, that was kind of his first real live action. And how important is that preseason rep for everybody, not just for Tremel, but for everybody?
Well, that's when you kind of build everything. You start building it there, and you build on every week, and you get a little bit better in shape. You get a little bit stronger. Your legs get under you a little bit. And you start to see what's happening in front of you, the speed of the game. You catch up with it. But he's ready. I'm telling you, that dude is ready.
Well, Coach, defensively, you guys, we talked about just that first drive and 2 short field things. Your defense settled in. You talk about how well they performed. What were your thoughts first half? As you're going into halftime with that defense, what are you thinking about the way your defense has performed in the first half?
Well, I think that we gave up 99 total yards in the first half.
Yeah.
Short field one time. Pick 6 right before halftime. Watching film, when I got back Friday night watching the film, Union Parish started 3 drives. 2 of them was on our 25, and the third one was on our 28.
Yeah.
They only scored 1 of those drives. So, it's just short field, and, like I said, man, you give up 99 yards in the first half.
Yeah.
You feel like there's no way you're going to tell me we're down 20. They scored 22 points.
Right.
So, like I said, we're having a lot of these, but again, just a learning experience, and got to go on and keep rolling.
Well, Coach, you go into halftime, you're trailing 22-7. You are going to get the ball to come out. So, what are you telling your team at that point?
We score, we're right back in it, and of course, we're going to have to do it and without Tremel and some other guys. We did.
Yeah.
We came out and drove the ball down the field, and what a great drive, and scored right there. So that was good to come out of halftime.
Well, Coach, you mentioned that you had to play a lot of young guys the second half. Of course, second half, quarterback-wise, you've got to change there. Dylan Downs takes all the snaps of the second half. Bozeman and Roach, who I know Roach had already kind of been in it, but now Bozeman has to go in at center. You have to move Magoo again back out to tackle, playing significant snaps. And, of course, with Colvin out, Jay Bonner comes in and plays running back. What did you think of how that offense performed second half without some of those key guys? You're talking about what the guys like Mason, that's a key player, Mitch, and without Tremel.
Well, I thought they did great. I thought Dylan came in and played outstanding. He led us to 2 touchdown drives in the second half. And I just thought he played a heck of a game. Very proud of him, and just a little glimpse of the future right there. He's a good player. And he was really settled in. He didn't panic. And, Jay Bonner, we know, is a great athlete. And, he comes in and runs the ball really hard. And, you got Magoo who can play anywhere on the offensive line, but you do when you lose Mitch, you lose 2 starters now because you have to move Goo from where he was. But I mean, I don't know how many yards we had in the second half, but I mean, it was a significant number. It was more than they had, Right. But we just played our butts off, man, and just proud of those young kids.
Well, Coach, absolutely, it was good to see that. And even at the end of the game, you have some chances with your offense. You got on the ball. Defense gets on the ball back twice, and just not unable to capitalize there at the end. But definitely had opportunities with that. But let's talk about your defense a little bit in that second half, because you only give up the 1 score, 1 long drive, I think is what Union had. And so what did you see from your defense, and overall, how much growth happened during this game?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, the only long drive we gave up was really, to me, the answer drive when we came out of halftime and we scored, and then they drove the ball 90 yards or so, and they put the ball on the ground twice, and we don't get either one of them, and just score on only a play that seems like can happen against us. But I thought we battled really well, and we came in and we shut them down pretty much after that. But our kids have been playing against them. They know what to expect, and we missed some tackles early in the game that kind of gave up the first touchdown. But after that, we settled in. I thought we played really well.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the needing to clean up the turnovers, the penalties, those things. How do you address that with your team this week going into a game with North Webster?
Well, I mean, the penalties is just mental. The mental penalties, moving before the ball snapped is just, to me, it's just unexcusable, and especially in week 7, we just can't do that. That's got to be gone. We had 2 holding penalties on that drive as well. I know everybody thinks we need to drop back and throw it, but if you get called for holding on a screenplay, you can't pass block very well. We just got to get all that cleaned up and just get better.
Well, Coach, it was a tough loss, but like you said, and I think I even heard somebody tell you after the ball game that they could see how your team grew even in a loss, and maybe more positive could come from a loss than even maybe a win earlier in the year against other teams. So with that tough loss, what did you learn about your team as a whole this week?
Well, I think all we got to do is finish this season, get us some victories here at the end and get in the playoffs. And I still believe when those brackets come out, people are going to look down and see us, and they're going to be miserable because they got to play us. And I truly believe that. And, with the divisions now changed a little bit, I just feel like, if Union Parish is the number 1 team in 3A, I think we got a dead-gum chance.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Coach, tough loss, but dang, your boys fought hard, and so it was good to see that. Good to see some things starting to come together. But, Coach, let's talk about your Players of the Week brought to us by First Security Title of Monroe.
Yeah, we had 3 that we're going to name this week. I thought our interior defensive line played really well. We had a timeout, and these 3 guys were over there, and it looked like they had been rolling around in a hay yard or something. I mean, they had grass from head to toe, and it looked like 3 really good football players getting out there and getting after it. So we named all 3 of these guys Players of the Week this week, and we got Caleb Evans, Aaliyah Logo, and Jackson Moore, our 3 interior defensive linemen that played really well this week. Come on up, man.
Who's going to get in the middle? There we go, Caleb.
But they did, and they played really well. They played tough. I mean, these guys are very coachable. They do what we ask them to do, and they gave us a chance to win the ball game the other night with their play. We got a sophomore and 2 juniors right here, so makes it even better that hopefully we'll have all 3 of them back next year. Coach Carter's done a great job with our defensive line. I mean, that's sometimes you find the right seat on the bus, and he has found it and has done a great job. And these guys not the only ones. We got a group of these guys that play really hard and use great technique. And Coach Carter deserves all the credit for that, and these guys deserve the credit for getting after it. So we appreciate it, young men. Thank you so much. These are our Players of the Week.
Congratulations, guys. Well, Panther fans, we're going to take a quick break and be right back with more of the Coach Lee Doty Show in just a moment.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
Well, Panther fans, we're back here with the Coach Lee Doty Show, brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville. As we begin the second half of our show, we do want to take some time, and Coach, tonight want to recognize our McDonald Senior Spotlight. Miss Jennifer Thomas is here from McDonald's. Again, appreciate all of her support and the things she does for our team.
Absolutely.
But who are our seniors that will also serve as team captains Friday night, Coach?
Well, we got Miguel Brooks is one of our seniors. Miguel, come on up, and Tyson Warren is our other. Come on up, Tyson. Number 73 and number 74 right here. Miguel is a third-year player for us, and Tyson's been with us for 4 years. Miguel, I give my hat, take my hat off to him, man. He's turned into a heck of a team player this year, and does what we need him to do. I'm very proud of him. Tyson has always been a team player, does what we need him to do. These guys, they represent us well. They're good in the school. You don't ever see these guys in any trouble. So, but these guys, I'm very proud of them, and these are our senior spotlight players, and they'll also be captains for us versus North Webster. Let's give them a big hand.
Congratulations, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Well, Coach, before we talk about this week's road game at North Webster, I know last night you played your last JV game.
Right.
And finished the season undefeated, I believe, 31-0 last night. Is that right?
23-0.
23-0. I couldn't read the scoreboard. It was a little blurry when I looked at it. Saw a field goal kicked. I thought it was 31. But another defensive shutout for your JV. But just talk about those guys and who stood out for you in that undefeated season on JV.
Well, I mean, we have so many kids that play JV. We traveled with almost 70 kids at the beginning of the year, playing JV, and we whittled it down some to, I believe we were traveling about 55 or 60, and we just had a good group. I mean, we had a big group of ninth graders this year, and I'm going to say this: we started off with 23 freshmen, I believe, and we ended up with 23 freshmen. We did not have one freshman that quit this year, and I think that's an amazing stat, and very proud of those guys. Gavin Evans is a guy that's really emerging as a heck of a fullback for us, and he's had some really good games. He's a sophomore, and he's going to compete for the starting job next year. He plays on a lot of special teams for us. He had a great game. Connor Justice picked off the first pass of the game last night, returned it for a touchdown. We thought Hagan Herring played really good last night, played him on defense for the first time this year, looked really good. So, we just had some really good some guys that played really well. Sam Frazier started off as a guy that was on the end of the depth chart, and now he'll be starting for us Friday night. Because of his play in JV, just kind of moved up. David Hickman is another guy, had an interception last night, and, we're really proud of. And but it's just a lot of them, man, and, just happy for them. We had some of them that went to other sports today, and we released them guys and cut it back down to our varsity roster. So, but, man, we're proud of those guys and, look forward to the future with them for sure.
Absolutely. Congratulations to those guys on a great season. And, Coach, this week we will on Friday head down over to Spring Hill, Louisiana to take on North Webster. We made this trip a couple of years ago in a non-district matchup with North Webster, but now they are, of course, a part of our new district. Folks may not realize this. I've seen some folks commenting on District 2 3A, but that's not us anymore. No. We're now District 1 3A. And so with North Webster and Bastrop coming over, Coach, really probably most of our fans not real familiar with North Webster, other than maybe seeing some highlights from district games that have been played against some of the other folks in the district. What can you tell us about the Knights, and what have you seen on film?
Well, they're a team with a lot of speed, as usual. Those guys always have great track programs, so they have guys who can run. They're young in some spots this year, and they only graduate, I think, 8 guys this year, so they're a young football team, but they're still dangerous because anytime you can run like they can, it puts a lot of pressure on you. But I think it's their last home game of the year. It's going to be tough environment. They always have a good crowd. It's one of those places that no matter what the record is, they're going to support that school.
Yeah.
And, it's a tight-knit community up there. So we're looking forward to going, and we always have a nice place to dress up there. They take really good care of us, and it's 90 miles from our school, if anybody's wondering. It's 90 miles from our school to their school. So just a short trip up I-20 and then a long trip, when you go north right there. So, but yeah, we're excited about it, and like I said, we expect a good game from them. John Ware's the head coach up there. Like I said, he always does a good job, and one of the things I've been really impressed with them, even though the record ain't what they would like for it to be, is every time you turn the film on in a new game, they're playing hard. And that's just that's a compliment to John and his staff.
Yeah. Well, Coach, offensively, going to bring another spread back. Of course, we've gotten kind of used to that in the district play. But it looks like maybe a little more run-oriented. I know I watched some of the film against Union Parish in particular, and it's almost an I formation run out of the spread. What challenges do you see them presenting to our defense?
Well, we don't know which quarterback they're going to play. That's one of the things. Number 16 seems to be more of a passing threat, and number 9, who played last week, seems to be definitely more of a running threat. So, you have to prepare for 2 different quarterbacks, and that's always a challenge. But, the edge, getting on the edge, and just – they're not going to run the ball in A-gap, and, just got to be prepared for that. They're going to try to get to the edge and bounce that thing out and outrun you to the end zone. So we just have to be prepared for that.
Well, Coach, and I may have asked you this before, and if I have, forgive me, but when you talk about teams with a lot of speed, how do you in practice, how do you try to mimic that and get your guys ready for that?
That's a good question. That allows me to talk really good about a guy, Michael Douglas. One of the reasons I think we've gotten better on defense is we started using Michael Douglas as our scout team running back. So, last week he was Trey Holly. This week he's number 9 or number 4 or whatever we need him to be. And we have to practice fast with Michael. He can really run. And so we have to practice really fast. He's made us better. And you have to be in the right spot because of that. And I think that'll help us out this week again. I think it helped us last week with Trey Holly, and I think it'll help us this week too.
Yeah, folks sometimes underestimate the importance of a great scout team player.
Absolutely. And
but
he's
in preparation,
doing a great job.
Awesome. Well, Coach, defensively, when you look at their defense, it seems like there's some guys that can run and kind of rally to the football. So what do you think the keys are for our offense this week against that defense?
Well, I think the key is not turning the ball over. And go out and do what we do and get some guys involved early that we hadn't been getting involved, and just no stupid penalties, man. Just hopefully got that's corrected, and we'll see some other guys offensively we hadn't seen, and start to get ready for this playoff run.
Well, Coach, after the physical battle last week, and of course, you play on Thursday. You get a couple extra days to kind of breathe and get some guys hopefully healed up. What do you see from some of those guys who were banged up? I know fans are wondering, hey, where are we? You mentioned Tremel was out for the second half. How are our guys, and how are they ready to roll this week?
Well, we have none of our guys are out for the year, which is very important. So that's the main thing. Whether they'll play this Friday or not, that remains to be seen, So we'll see. I know Tremel is ready to go, and I'll go ahead and tell you he's going to play. But we got other ones we're waiting to see on, and we got to protect them and got to protect ourselves too. So the other ones are kind of a game time decision.
Okay. Appreciate that update, Coach. Well, Coach, you said there's 3 weeks left in the season. You've got 3 ball games on your schedule. Besides wins, because I know that's been your number one answer when we asked you what else do you want to see different this week. what are you looking for the rest of the way from your team?
Well, steady improvement, but I tell you, if you go to the power ratings and you look at the people ahead of us, most of those guys are going to play each other, and some of them are playing, 2 games against people that are ahead of us. So we've put ourselves in a position, if we can go win out and do what we're supposed to be, we're going to set ourselves up for at least a couple of home playoff games, possible. So our strength factor is the second highest in 3A. Our strength of schedule is second highest in 3A. So, we've put ourselves in, not exactly how you draw it up, but we're still in good shape.
Yeah.
And we just got to go win these next 3 and continue to improve. And I believe if we do that, we're going to be a tough out.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, good luck this week and safe travels over. Any final thoughts for our folks?
Well, like I said, it's a good trip for us. We haven't had that trip this year, and I always like to make one before the playoffs. And it allows us to do the things, to dress somewhere else, to take our travel bags, and it gets you ready for the experience you're going to have, because we're going to be on the road in the playoffs at some point. So it is a great game for us. Lots of respect for those guys over there. And but I think our kids will be ready to play, and I think you'll see the rest of the year, I think our guys are going to get after it.
Well, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Remind you, Sterlington at North Webster this Friday night, 7 o'clock there in Spring Hill. If you can't make it, you can catch us on YouTube beginning at 6:30 with a replay of the Coaches Show. And then a pregame show with myself and William Handy will begin at 6:50 with kickoff right at 7 o'clock. You can also head over to the website, shspantherfootball.com, for highlight videos, game replays, and more. And you can also find the live link, the Watch live stream link there on Friday night, where you can click it and it'll take you straight to the YouTube channel. Coach, final words before we wrap it up?
Hey, I hope everybody is careful. I know that we'll still have a good following come over and watch us play. And as always, go Panthers.
Well, folks, that's going to do it tonight for tonight's show. We'll see you on Friday night. If not, right back here next Tuesday night for the Coaches Show at Frenchman's Bend. Have a great night.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.
way to your right. That's the one they're using. Well, good evening, Panther fans, and welcome to Spring Hill, Louisiana for tonight's District 1 3A matchup between the North Webster Knights and your Sterlington Panthers. Panthers have made their way to the sideline. North Webster's made it to theirs. We'll have coin toss and all that upcoming. National anthem, all that has been done. And, William, it really is a beautiful night. Sun has set. And, man, just looking forward to a good football game tonight.
Yeah, it is beautiful weather over here. Of course, when you come in, it's so funny. You see the stadium hanging over the highway, and it's just it's a great setting. It really is. But, you know, the Panthers come over tonight after that loss last week to Union, and it was a hard-fought game.
Absolutely.
And of course, you know, usually when you come off a game like that, you are ready to jump in there and play again. And I thought they were doing a prayer there for a second. Excuse me, but of course they come in. North Webster, I think, is 0-7 at this point.
Yeah.
But don't let the record fool you. I think they've got good athletes, and you know, they've been in the ball game for 2 and 3 quarters. Played some tough teams this year. So really not sure what to expect tonight. Of course, they've had a couple of quarterbacks they've used. You know, we talked a little bit about this, Ben, and you can expand on this. Of course, they run that spread offense that we've been seeing from everybody else. Of course, they run a pistol formation. But you may want to talk a little more about that as far as what they run. At least it's something we've seen.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, it definitely is similar to what we've seen from other teams. Going to be some run out of that spread more so than probably what we've seen from the teams that we've faced. I would expect based on what we saw on film. But they haven't had as much success as maybe like a Carroll has, or just trying to think through even Richwood to some extent. But
well, it's interesting. We played them back in 2019. That was the first time we played North Webster when they were North Webster, of course. Back in your day, they played them back at Spring Hill High School. But, you know, they were pretty spread in 2019. They ran a spread offense. You know, they came over in the COVID year 2020, and it was more run-based. But, you know, that was kind of hard to judge. It was just an odd year, obviously. So with them moving in the district, we get to see them again. But and of course, when you look at the defensive side of the ball, you know, we were talking about this too. They run a 4-man front,
right? 2
linebackers. It's really a 4-2-5,
right?
And walk the 2 safeties up on the edge. So, you know, I'm no football coach. I mean, I was in Little League, but you know, it seemed
state
like
champion, right?
We were YMCA champions my last year to coach. Can't say we were undefeated.
Hey, real quick, William, captains are making their way out. That is Mason Lawhon, Miguel Brooks, and Tyson Warren for the Panthers. Looks like number 9 for North Webster, which would be Cooper Sanders, and number 80, Greg Davis. Yeah, but you mentioned that offense, that spread offense. Really, Coach Doty, and I think you and I talked about this on the way over, that has become the dominant offense of 3A for sure, and probably a lot of the state has kind of switched to that spread kind of, you know, offense. You still in the 3A, or what's now going to be Division III for this playoffs coming up. There's really only a handful of teams that use tight ends and I formations and under center the way that we do.
Yeah, it really has gotten down to us and Union, and then of course in the Church Point, Iota, Iowa districts down there, they still run a wing T, which is a kissing cousin, I would say, to the veer. But yeah, everything you see nowadays is really a spread style offense. So, you know, at least this is something we've seen, we're very familiar with. But, and, you know, talking about what we were talking about with their defense, that 4-2-5, you would hope that we'd have some opportunities on the edge. You know, your counter blocks kicking out on those safeties is what you're looking for.
Right.
Maybe Travell, get him in space. You know, Brody Bellage, of course, it was sort of interesting. They do roll those defensive linemen that you pointed out.
Yeah, there's a lot of diving on the defensive line.
Yeah, so, you know, we'll see what Brody does. You know, Brody get outside the tackle a little bit. He may get him some yardage.
Yeah.
But just I think it's going to be a good matchup for us tonight. And, of course, you know, it's like Coach Doty has said, when you come off a game like Union, you want to be out there on the field next day.
Yeah, that's right. Well, and then really here we are in Week 8. Panthers sit at 3-4, but still, you know, playoffs, all that's in front of you. You know, looking to maybe increase your seeding if you can get some wins the next few weeks. But really want to get that train rolling tonight.
Absolutely. We're sitting at 12 in the power rankings right now. And, of course, you got the teams ahead of us. They all are going to play each other. So you're going to see some shifting around in those power rankings here over the next 3 weeks.
North Webster has won the toss and deferred to the second half. So the Panthers will receive to begin tonight in just a moment. Hey, while we have a second, I want to remind you that our premier sponsor of every broadcast is McDonald's. They do a great job taking care of our guys, and always a great place to grab a burger or some nuggets, and appreciate their support of Panther football. Tonight's game sponsor is Community Pharmacy, and I recently made the switch myself, William, over to Community, and Mandy and those folks have done a great job taking care of me, and I love that little drive-through, man. So much easier to pick your prescriptions up, and I sound like an old man picking my prescriptions up, but I do. I've got a few, and they sure have made it easy and convenient.
Ben, are you so old that you got the little like week long?
I have a 1 week one that I use only on vacation.
So you put your little pills in there. And
I do. Nobody asks how many. It's fine. It's not that many.
I'm glad to know you're in the old folks area like I am.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, Ben.
Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, Ben. Are you back?
I'm back. Sorry. Some advertising difficulty. I was wrong. I love Community Pharmacy. Great place, but they're not the game sponsor. It is Go Overhead Door. My apologies. Our producer, Heath, got it right. I looked at the email wrong, got my days wrong, and I apologize.
So is Heath going to send a bill to Community Pharmacy?
I am. Maybe I'll get my next prescription free. Panthers are out. Jay Bonner, Nathan White back deep for the Panthers. Number 3 for North Webster will tee it up. That will be Christian Whitlock. All right, there's the whistle, and we are underway. Little sky kick over towards the near sideline. White's going to take it. Now trying to find some room, make one man miss. Now he's back running again, trying to get some to the outside. He'll finally be taken down around the 31, 32-yard line. And the Panther offense will begin. Let's get you that starting lineup brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Tackle tonight, number 59, Will Wachter, and number 60, Ian Magoo. The guards, number 78, David Roach, and number 62, Cooper Lyon. At center, number 56, Michael Bozeman. Tight end, number 25, Brennan McCarthy. Wide receivers, number 9, John Barr. Number 13, Jay Bonner. Quarterback tonight, number 2, Dylan Downs. Fullback, number 31, Brody Belanger. And the tailback, number 1, Tremel Colvin. Looks like Gavin Evans is actually starting at fullback. Toss back to Tremel on the far sideline. Tremel's going to make a man miss. Going to push ahead to about the 39. That'll be a gain of 8 and bring up second down. Also looks like Nathan White is in there.
Yeah, and that's what we expected. They immediately tested that side, the far side over there. Tremel Colvin was able to get the seam, push that ball up. I believe it's going to be about, let's call that a long 6. So we're going to call this a second down and a long 3 for the Panthers. The ball is the 39 of Panthers.
Toss back to Tremel on this near side. He's got a lot of green in front of him. He's up the near sideline. Going to make a cut, make a couple of men miss, and he'll dive ahead to the 20-yard line for Downs Law Firm. First down, and the Panthers are set up in the Ron Bush red zone.
Once again, great blocking up front. Colvin was able to find that edge and get outside, took it up this sideline. Give Cooper Sanders credit. That was number 9. That's sort of their guy for the North Webster. Was able to cut him back, turn him back to the inside. Colvin got it down to the 19-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Panthers.
I formation, Belanger and Colvin behind Downs. One receiver to each side. Downs gets him set, now goes under center. There's a snap. Quick give to Belanger. And he's going to push and still fighting. He'll spin and turn. He'll have another Downs Law Firm first down around the 6-yard line.
Very determined run from Belanger. That's what we've come to expect. We see that week in and week out. I mean, the dude he's just full bore ahead. Went over that left side, fell in behind that offensive line. They were able to push that line of scrimmage back. Belanger runs up kind of high, but man, he makes it count. Gets the ball down to the 9-yard line. It'll be first down and goal for the Panthers.
Downs gets him set again. I formation behind him. One receiver to each side. There's a snap. Quick give straight ahead to Belanger again. He twists. Going to get close to the goal line. Actually, they're going to say about the 4-yard line. I wasn't close. My fault. I can't see that line over there, William. I apologize.
Yeah, it's a little hard. I'd give you about 4 yards on that carry. Yeah, the yard markers are kind of hard to see. Looks like he's on the 4, right in the center of the field. So that's going to set up a second down and goal for the Panthers.
First quarter tonight brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. I formation again for the Panthers. There's a snap. Toss back to Trammell on that left side. One little hop step, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Boy, there's some good blocking up front. You saw Bozeman go down. He got some great blocks on that left side. And then Belanger sealed it off inside. Colvin just popped it out to the opening. Great vision by Colvin as always. Of course, I think you could have even seen that with your old eyes, Ben, but nice job of the Panthers to punch this in.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the extra point. Extra points brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team. There's the snap, the hold, the kick, and it's no good. No good. 9:34 remaining first quarter. Panthers lead 6-0. Snap was a little high, handled well by Carter, got it down, and not sure if we just mishit it or what happened there.
Don't know. You know, we walked out on the field. It's a little bit ruddy out there, but not too bad, you know. But that's what you wanted to see from this Panther offense. Come out, get a score. 9:34 left in the first quarter, take that 6-0 lead. Now we'll see the defense come out. Again, expect to see that same spread offense, like you said, out of the pistol. But Panthers out there to kick this ball back to the Knights.
Parker gets it teed up. Again, this kickoff brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team. All right, we're set. The official will blow it into play, and Aiden will make his approach. There's a high kick over towards the far, actually right down that far hash. Be taken there by Cooper, who's looking for room upfield. He's going to run through a few tackles, and now he'll finally be tackled by the kicker up around the 40-yard line. That's number 17, Max Reisinger. Defensive lineup brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. The defensive ends tonight, number 10, Javarius Himes, and number 34, Kellen Hall. Defensive tackles, number 48, Jackson Moore, and Aaliyah Logo. Linebackers, number 23, Trey Birch, number 41, Hayden Madden, number 7, Dylan Underwood. Your corners, number 30, Sam Frazier, number 17, Max Reisinger. And your safeties, number 5, Travis Adams, and number 4, David Hickman. It will be that shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback. Going to have movement along the line.
Yeah.
Is going to be against North Webster and back them up 5 yards.
I think they had a little jumpy interior lineman there. So they'll back that ball up 5 yards. Ball will be placed at the 36-yard line. The Knights are looking at a first down and 15.
First and 15 upcoming. The Knights come out, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield with the quarterback McKenzie. That's Robertson and Sanders in the backfield. There's the snap. Drop back, little swing pass out to Sanders, falls incomplete. Well covered by number 23, Trey Birch.
Yeah, tried to hit him on a little quick route on the outside, but Trey Birch was right there on top of him. Good reaction by Birch. Ball was not catchable anyway. Fell incomplete, so the Knights will be looking at a second down and 15 when they break this huddle.
Second down, 15. You know, one of the things we noticed on film was one of the things North Webster's going to do is try to stretch you sideline to sideline. So we're going to really test the speed of that Panther defense tonight. So far, so good on that first play.
Absolutely.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver near side. The tailback in the backfield with McKenzie. Now they bring Sanders in motion. McKenzie's going to keep it. He's trying to get outside. Was able to fake one man, and he'll dive ahead to around the 40. And that'll bring up a third down. Third down tonight brought to you by Bears Towing.
Yeah, gave him about, call it 3 yards on that carry. Just faked the handoff and took it to the outside. Max Reisinger held his position there at the corner on that far side and was able to force him out of bounds. He did get the ball up to the 39-yard line. It's going to It'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Knights.
The Knights come out, and they'll bring 2 receivers to the near side. 2 receivers now go to the far side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. Quarterback under pressure, now looking downfield, and it'll be swatted away with number 17, Max Reisinger. Pass incomplete. 4th down upcoming. 4th down brought to you by Go Overhead Door.
I tell you what, it's a great job on both ends. Dylan Underwood was in there getting pressure on him. Looked like Kellen Hall was in there too. They forced him to that right side, tried to go down the field. Max Reisinger came across, flashed in front of the receiver, batted the ball down. Good job on both ends of that play by the Panthers.
Punt return unit is on. Jay Bonner stands back at his own 30-yard line. I believe that'll be the quarterback, Colin McKenzie, out to punt 4. It is going to be partially blocked, and it will be downed right at the 42. Panthers will set up shop with great field position at the Knight 42-yard line. Not sure who got a hand on it.
I don't either. It was a jailbreak on the punter. The snap was low, bounced off the ground, and it was really kind of slow coming back there. So when he looked up, he had 4 Panthers in his face. Somebody either got a hand on it or it just came off his foot wrong. They touched it down at the 43-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over, 1st down and 10, and that's the 43 of the Knights. Let me confirm that.
43 of the Knights. I formation, 1 receiver to each side. There's a snap. Downs fakes it now. He's got a man downfield. That's number 28, Nathan White. That ball is caught, and he is in for the touchdown.
Well-designed play. Great fake by Dylan Downs. Dropped back, set his feet, settled in. Nathan White had already beat the coverage. He was about 5 yards behind the coverage. And he's got speed, but good job of Downs just settling in and just rainbowing that pass in. I mean, it couldn't have been any better.
Dropping dimes.
Dropping dimes. Drop it in the bucket if you're an old guy. Dropping a dime if you're Ben Hackler.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team point after. Snap, hold, kick. That time it is up, and it is good. And with 8:47 remaining here in the first quarter, Panthers 13, Knights nothing. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Do business with us. Do better with us. That's our pledge to you at Cross Keys Bank. For 120 years, we've been a locally owned bank committed to communities, customer relationships, and better banking than you expect. And talk about convenience, our Sterlington branch is right next door. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. We're proud to support the Sterlington Panthers and to bring you the best that banking has to offer. Cross Keys Bank, member FDIC.
Panther fans, we're back here with first quarter action. First quarter brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. Panthers take an early 13-0 lead, and Aiden Parker is back out to kick it away with the David Bryant and EXP team kickoff. Aiden gets him set, now makes his approach. Going to be another line kick over towards that far corner, and it will go out of bounds right at the 3-yard line. Ball will come out to the 35, and that's where the Knights will begin, 1st and 10.
You know, Ben, it's kind of hard to see where the ball is on these goalposts. It looked like they got shorted a little bit.
Yeah, they cut off the tops of them, didn't they?
Cut the top of them off. I don't guess they had it in the budget to get them any. Probably had just a certain number of feet of pipe they could buy. But anyway, this is a good start for the Panthers to come out and strike like they did.
Well, you know, you are in oil country, so they may not have any left.
That's true. That's a great point. But you'd think they could buy it with some of that oil money.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe so.
Maybe so.
Shotgun formation for the Knights, waiting for a football to get off the field.
Hey, that's that old orange Walmart ball that all the kickers use.
Two receivers near side. H-back also the near side. 2 backs in the backfield for the Knights with McKenzie. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. It's going to go through his hands. He'll mishandle it. Now he's under pressure, trying to get away. That's Kellen Holland. Javaris Himes giving chase. He will have to just throw it away, incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Got a penalty flag from this side of the field. see what this is. May have
Looks
probably
like
a legal man downfield or something like that. I don't know. Ineligible receiver. But Kellen Hall and Javaris Himes, they really forced the issue on that pass. He was just trying to throw it away. Waving the flag off.
We'll wave the flag off, so it will be second down. Got one receiver set to each side. Two backs in the backfield with McKenzie again. McKenzie calls for it. Try to run it straight ahead, give to the tailback. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be it. And now we've got another third down brought to you by Bears Towing.
Yeah, big hit by Kellen Hall. Stepped up, made that tackle. It was absolutely no gain. Kellen came up with the ball. I think if it came out after he got hit the ground. But Knights are going to be facing a third down and 10 at their own 35. 8:08 left in the first quarter. Panthers lead 13-0.
You know, the Knights are doing something we don't see a lot of with a lot of the spread teams that we do face. They huddle for a while.
They do. Usually it's
making
up
sure
tempo.
everybody's that's right.
Yeah, usually go up tempo.
Two receivers near side, one receiver to the far side. That'll be Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie. McKenzie gets him set. Now calls for it. There's the snap. Panthers bring a little pressure. He's going to scramble, make a couple Panthers miss. Now he's up the far sideline. He's got a first down and will finally step out of bounds in Panther territory up around the 37-yard line.
Boy, he was able to find – you had coverage break down at one point. A lot of times this happens when you get that much pressure. If a quarterback's aware, he'll step up in that pocket, and that's pretty much what happened there. He stepped up and took it to that right side and was able to force a couple of missed tackles, but he got it all the way up to the Panther 37-yard line. Finally forced out of bounds by Reisinger. Be first down and 10 for the Knights. That's a good point you make. A lot of these spread teams are up tempo. It's almost kind of frustrating to watch.
Yeah. Here they come out again. Two receivers near side with an H-back also set to the near side. Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie, one receiver to the far side. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. Going to be a counter give straight ahead. Robertson's trying to find some room and does. He'll run through a few tackles, and he's going to have enough for a Knight first down up around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, he was finally brought down. Looks like Maddox Bryan was able to get the tackle. One thing the Panthers need to do, and we've talked about this before, they're trying to tackle up high again. You got to go low, get them around the legs, bring them down. He was able to push that ball up to the 24-yard line of the Panthers for another first down and 10.
Same formation again for McKenzie. Calls for it. There's the snap. Give to Robertson, trying to get outside. Logo's going to get his hands on him, and he's going to tackle him. Actually, they're going to say ball came out. Logo came up with it. Going to be some discussion.
I'm going to tell you, they're probably going to say he was down.
Logo did a great job of getting his hands on him and taking him down.
Logo stayed on him.
And they will keep it. Second down.
Yeah, Logo was trailing him behind the play and had his hands on him, and finally was able to pull him down with a little help from Maddox Bryan. I think when they both hit him, that ball did seem to come loose. But when it's that close, generally they're going to call it for the offense. But
we've seen it not go that way before. But I appreciate if you're not sure.
Right.
We wouldn't want that call.
That's right.
Two receivers to each side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. Sanders comes in motion. There's the toss to him. He's looking to get upfield, finds a seam, and now he's up the far sideline, and he's going to go in for the touchdown.
Well, that was pretty good blocking by that offensive line. I got to say that when he got the ball and turned it up the field, there was nobody there for him to even deal with. He took it straight to that pylon. All started up front. But was able to punch that in on that right side.
Extra point upcoming for the Knights. Everybody gets set. There's a snap, the hold, Kick is up. And it is good. And with 5:56 remaining first quarter, Panthers 13, Knights 7. Let's take 30 seconds. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Repair it, catch up on bills, or replace it. Turn your home's equity into endless possibilities with a home equity line of credit from Cross Keys Bank. I'm Lee Riordan, Senior Vice President and Market Manager. Stop by and visit me today at our Sterlington branch for more details. Or give me a call at 665-4511. Cross Keys Bank, proud supporter of the Sterlington Panthers. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Panther fans, we're back. 5:56 remaining first quarter. Panthers lead 13-7. The Knights just scored and will now kick it away. Jay Bonner and Nathan White back deep for the Panthers. Everybody gets set. Kick over towards Bonner. Be taken right about the 30. He mishandles and then picks it up. And he's up the far sideline, still spinning all the way up to midfield.
Ben, that's one of those hops you love to see.
That's the hop that we haven't been getting all year, so
I
I'd like
know.
to see it bounce back up. Rather him catch it, but
Yeah.
if it's going to go down, at least it comes back to you.
But on natural turf, it took a nice, soft bounce
That's
back
right.
up. That thing could have shot anywhere if it was on our normal field turf.
Did you almost say AstroTurf?
I almost said AstroTurf.
Man,
Hey, look, man, I still drop it in a bucket, okay?
Nolan Ryan still pitching for the Astros.
You dadgum right. Hey, I saw him pitch. That tells you how old I am, and I was an old guy then.
I formation for the Panthers. Belanger Colvin behind Downs. Downs takes it, tossed back to Trammell on that far side. Going to hop through. He's going to gain a few, spin, get up around the 40. I believe they're going to say the 47. That's going to bring up second down.
Actually, they're going to push it up to the 46-yard line. At 47. Down marker guys off a little bit. But was able to just get a little bit of space in there, picked up those 3 yards. It's going to be second down and 7 for the Panthers at the 47 of the Knights.
I formation again. Downs trying to draw him off sides. No call. Now gets his call and goes back under center. There's a snap. Quick give. No, Downs keeps it. Now he's going to run downfield. Looking to pitch. Pitches it back to Trammell. He's going to have a Downs Law Firm first down. Moving the ball up to about the 37.
Tell you what, Downs did a nice job on that fake, and Belanger did a nice job of carrying that fake out. I actually thought Belanger had the ball.
Yeah, the only critique there would be for Downs is make him commit before you pitch it. You got to get up in him a little bit. But that's
right. Again,
really Downs' first night starting here.
And with Trammell Colvin, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So a little chemistry there, but still the first down brought to you by the Downs Law Firm. Downs calls for it, tosses it back. Colvin's got it, trying to get outside. He'll stiff arm one man. There's going to be a flag from all the way across the field.
And I tell you
it's going to be a holding penalty, I believe.
I guarantee you I know what it's going to be. They're going to call it on David Roach. But it looked like to me David Roach got the guy and just drove him in the ground. Once again, I'm not going to critique that because I saw the tail end of it. But we know how Roach is. I mean, he is aggressive when he blocks.
Very aggressive.
And so that's where the flag came in. So they'll back it up from the point of the foul. So that's going to bring it back to the 43-yard line. So the Panthers will be facing. It's going to be first down and 15. First down and 15 for the Panthers, but wipes out a good run for Colvin. But look, I'm not going. You don't want to slow Roach down. You know,
now you'll take effort fouls sometimes.
Absolutely.
I formation again, one receiver to each side. Downs goes under center. There's the snap, toss back to Colvin around the near side, trying to find some room. Goes back across the grain. He's up the far sideline. Going to be forced out of bounds by Sanders, but he'll have another Downs Law Firm. First down.
Got a flag. That may be late hit out of bounds. Looked like he had gone out of bounds when that tackle was made. But let me comment on that run. It was going toward the middle. He saw that opening to the outside, broke it out. Cooper Line had a good seal block, looked like.
Panthers are backing up.
Interesting to see what
it is going to be against the Panthers. I think they're going to call holding again.
The flag being where it is, I don't understand where the hold would have took place.
That's really one of those probably, and I'm not saying it was a holding, but based on where it's called, you've got a lineman who's staying engaged all the way down the field.
That's just kind of an odd place to see a holding that far down.
Here's the good news, William. It's going to be 1st down and 5.
Oh, yeah.
So you had the 1st down. You have to back it up. 1st down and 5 upcoming. I formation again, Downs under center. There's a snap. Quick give straight ahead to Belanger. He'll have the 1st down again up to the 24-yard line or 23-yard line. That's a Downs Law Firm 1st down for the Panthers.
Ben, I want to tell you, you're seeing a huge surge from that offensive line right now. They are blowing it out. I like what I see. Wachter, Roach, Bozeman, Line, Magoo, and McCarthy are really driving that line of scrimmage down the field. Be a 1st down 10 for the Panthers at the 24.
I formation again. Downs this time fakes it to Belanger and then pitches it back to Jay Bonner, who's going to dive ahead to about the 11-yard line, maybe the 12. He's real close to another 1st down. They will say it's a Downs Law Firm 1st down.
You just saw something an athlete can do. He was wrapped up and he was able to pitch that ball out to Bonner. Now, that being said, that can be a dangerous pitch. When somebody's got you like that and you try to throw it out or pitch it out like that, that's when you have a bad pitch, get away from you, whatever. Dylan Downs showed some great athletic ability, but you got to be careful of those.
Yeah. I formation again. Downs calls for it. There's a snap. Counter give to Bonner on that left side. He dives ahead. Going to be right about the 5-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, boy, the counter is working right now. Able to get that opening. And Bonner, we've seen from Bonner, he is a very hard runner. He runs up tall, but he hits the hole hard, hits it with purpose. And he was able to get that ball right down to about the 3-yard line, I believe. And we can get a 1st down on the 1. Call it 2nd down and 2.
There's the formation. Toss back to Bonner, and he's going to put his head down, diving for the end zone, and he's in for the touchdown.
That's just a nice job of Bonner putting that shoulder down and forcing it into the end zone. That's what you want to see from your back whenever he meets with the defender. Drive him into the end zone. Great job by Bonner getting that score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Panthers come over, get set. Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:41 remaining 1st quarter, Panthers 20, Knights 7. William, a 1st quarter that for the Panthers, that's 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. You couldn't start any better than that on offense.
No, and that's what you want to see. You want to see that offense working on all cylinders. And tonight you've got Dylan Downs starting. And one thing we saw last week at Union, had a little bit of trouble on handoff with Brody Belanger. Looks like they've got that corrected. And on the pitch, it's one thing we talked about. All this is timing in the Veer offense, riding the fullback, pitching.
That's right.
And Dylan's doing a very good job, and these are things he's going to learn. Just like you said, hold the ball a little longer, get that defender in. These are things that Dylan's going to learn over time. But, right now you see a huge amount of potential from Dylan Downs at that quarterback position.
Yeah, the other thing I want to note real quick is Ian Magoo is starting at his 3rd different offensive line position over the last couple of weeks. With Mitch Hodnett out right now, Magoo has to move out to strong tackle and cover for Mitch.
Yeah, he's covered for Will Wachter, and now Mitch, and then, of course, he obviously starts at center. So you're right.
The David Bryant and EXP team kickoff as Parker makes his approach. There's the kick, line drive right down the middle. Will take a bounce. Sanders will pick it up. Trying to find a lane. He'll be tackled right around the 23-yard line, and the Knights will begin 1st and 10.
Man, Trey Birch did a good – boy, he laid the lumber on that one. Nice tackle. Brought him down at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Knights. They're huddled up now. They come to the line of scrimmage. McKenzie in the backfield with Robertson. 2 receivers to the far side. H-back set to the near side. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. Going to be a give straight ahead, trying to get outside. Sam Frazier will give chase. Ball will come out. Nice job by Frazier to strip once he was wrapped up. They're going to say the man was down first, but great effort there by the young freshman.
Yeah, Frazier was able to get him from the backside. And I believe that was Hickman that came in.
Got him low and wrapped him up.
Got him and wrapped him up. That ball looked like it came out. Coach Doty made his best effort to convince them that was the case.
If you're going to strip, that's exactly the time you want to do it. Another man's got him. He's going down. Go ahead and reach in there and knock it out.
That's exactly right. That was a good combination tackle by both those guys. It's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Knights at their own, what is that,
right
26-yard line?
26-yard line. 2 receivers far side. H-back to the near side. Man goes in motion, now stops. Now goes back. McKenzie calls for it. There's a snap. Going to be a give to the H-back. That's number 4, Jacoby Lawson. He's met quickly.
Man, that was Hayden Madden. Hayden starting in that middle linebacker position this week. And what you want him covering is basically C-gap to C-gap. But I can tell you, B to B is what you want. And, boy, he was there. That was a great job of Hayden Madden filling the gap. Boy, he hit him as soon as he got the ball.
That door shut quickly.
It did. Great job by Hayden Madden on that stop. Dropped him for no gain. It's going to set up a 3rd down. Let's call that 8 yards.
3rd down brought to you by Bears Towing.
Ben, I thought you were right. This is probably the slowest spread team I've ever seen.
Well, and I'm telling you, it's really because they are a run-first team. You know, it's kind of like we are, which we'll go from the line of scrimmage a lot, but now they'll go empty. 2 receivers set to each side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. Now brings the man in motion. That's number 22. Play action pass. McKenzie's going to step up. Now trying to get outside. Dylan Underwood with the pressure. It's going to be caught over the middle. He's going to have a Knight 1st down, and he's up the far sideline. Will finally be forced out of bounds by number 5, Travis Adams. Broken play for the Knights turns into a big gain.
That was really kind of a playground. That's what I'd call a playground play. McKenzie was under heavy pressure. You got to give him credit. He kept his eyes downfield. He found his receiver there in the middle of the field, and he was able to just flip that ball over to make the catch. A lot of times when that happens, when you got that much pressure on the quarterback, your coverage starts to break down.
That's right.
And that's when you see the openings pop up. He makes that reception, and all of a sudden he's got a lot of room to run.
And credit on the reception was a little bit high, and he's able just to kind of put one hand up, tip it to himself, secure it. And there's a flag coming all the way in over towards the near sideline. That official just threw that flag about 25 yards.
Yeah, not sure, pointing over to the Panther sideline.
Unsportsmanlike against North Webster.
North Webster. That is
actually, they're going to mark it off. It's going to be against the Panthers. The white hat pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, don't know what that was about. Usually your back judge would be the last guy. You would expect to see something that they would call a penalty on.
Coach Doty is absolutely confused.
He's asking for some explanation. The white hat has not made his way over to Coach Doty.
Going to have to be an explanation. Let's see. Chris, can you get in there and get us an explanation, figure out what's going on? No idea. Going to be unsportsmanlike on the Panthers. Really confusing.
I don't think I've ever seen a back judge throw one like that.
Well, it's 1st down for the Knights. 2 receivers near side. Now they bring the H-back and tight end over. One back in the backfield with McKenzie. There's a snap. Nobody was set. Ball's on the ground. Going to be a scramble, and I believe the Panthers are going to have it.
Panthers got it.
They will. Cub House on the Bayou. Turnover. Recovered by number 10, Javarius Himes.
Nice job. Javarius Himes was in on that as soon as the ball came loose. That's one of those we've talked about. The bounces have not gone our way. Mishandled handoff. Fumbled up into the line. And then, of course, Javarius Himes is playing that defensive end position. He was coming in anyway. That ball rolled right in front of him. He snatched it up. Nice job of Himes getting on that ball. Panthers going to take over. At the
Coach Doty not liking what the back judge is saying. He's still chatting to Doty. Not sure what's going on. Maybe Chris can get us some. He's texting us. Where's your phone at, Will? Get us a scoop.
I got it,
Offense
man.
for the Panthers back on the field, 15.6.
You concentrate on that, and
We're going to have a Steward Medical Group timeout by the Panthers. Coach Doty still wants an explanation, but let's take 30 seconds. We'll be right back with more first quarter action.
Here in Sterlington, our town motto is faith, family, friends. At First Baptist Church, we believe those three things are what's most important for all of us, from the youngest to the oldest. We want to help you and your family thrive in each area. Whether you're new to town or just looking to get better connected, we'd love for you to come join us on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. For a full schedule or more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. FBC Sterlington, we're here for you.
Panther fans, we're back. 15.6 remaining. Panthers have it 1st and 10. The ball is on their own 31-yard line. Still trying to understand what the unsportsmanlike conduct was on the Panther sideline.
And might I add, Coach Doty vehemently gave his opinion.
Didn't like the call.
Did not like the call from what I could tell.
But Panthers will come out shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the near side. That's White, Barr, and Bonner. Colvin in the backfield with Downs. Everything will get set. First quarter, Panthers lead 20-7. Downs gets them set, now calls for it. There's the snap. Going to be a pass out to Bonner here in the near side. He's up the near sideline trying to find some room. We'll go across midfield all the way to the 47-yard line for a Downs Law Firm. First down.
That was a nice throw by Downs. He kind of flicked it to the side, got it right out on target to Bonner. Took it up that sideline. You had John Barr and Nathan White blocking out in open space, and we talked about that. Stop blocking is tough, but good job by those guys to get that extra yardage.
That will be the final play of the first quarter. First quarter brought to you by Cross Keys Bank. We'll take the break. Be right back with second quarter action.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Panther fans, we're back here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. Panthers are back. 1st and 10. Ball is on the Knight 47-yard line. Shotgun formation again. 2 receivers near side. H-back to the far side. Now walks him over. Downs calls for it. There's the snap. Downs is going to pump fake. Now he's got a man. That's John Barr. Downfield by himself. Into his arms. Touchdown, Panthers!
Boy, that was a well-designed play. They came to the other side with the exact same play to Jay Bonner. Downs did a real nice job of pump fake. That corner bit, John Barr just kept going. Of course, you can't give John Barr any kind of space. At that point, it turned into a long pitch and catch to John Barr. Great job of Dylan Downs not overthrowing the wide-open target, and great job of John just getting underneath.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Panthers come over, Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. Nice job by Parker, straight up. Well, looks like we're going to have a flag on this. Flag's going to be before the play, so they'll have to re-kick. Going to be offsides against North Webster.
Looks like the Panthers
are now going to go for 2.
Going to go for 2.
Get a penalty, move it to inside the 3, down to the 1.5. So Panthers will go for 2. They'll send the offense back out. 2-point try brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team.
What this would do,
kind of get you back the point you lost.
That gets you the extra point we missed on the first score.
Barr trots out to the far side, lone receiver. Too tight. Belanger and Colvin behind Downs. Downs goes under center. Gets everybody settled. There's a snap. Quick give to Belanger. No problem. It's good.
Boy, I like that. Belanger just put that head down and just he popped the linebacker. That was a great job by Belanger. So that makes the score 28-7, 11:50 remaining in the second quarter, Ben.
Yeah, I want to point out something. I know folks are watching. Maybe you're at home listening. One of the things I'm really impressed with the young sophomore Dylan Downs, very, very calm, cool, and collected tonight. Even right there, 2-point try, you see him kind of selling everybody in. Here we go, smooth exchange, and Belanger does the rest.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that because if you have a conversation, which you don't have many with him, Dylan's a soft-spoken guy. You know he's a guy that he just has an aura about him that you know he understands the situation and he's in control. You couldn't go into a hotter pressure cooker than he did in Union last week in the second half, and we outscored him 14-7 in the second half. So, you know, hats off to Dylan last week, and he's carrying that over to this week. This is a great opportunity for him to get some playing time.
Absolutely.
At that varsity level. And it's great to see how he's responding in that situation.
Aiden Parker to kick it away with a David Bryant and the EXP team kickoff. Parker makes his approach. There it is again. Over towards the near sideline. It's going to bounce at about the 4. It will have to be taken. Return man will go back into the end zone, trying to get up on that far sideline. He's finding a little bit of room. Got some blockers. Finally tackled up around the 24, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Hagan Herring made the stop. Sometimes you get a little lane integrity breakdown whenever you have a situation like that. He thought it was going in the end zone. He had to take it, and I think everybody sort of started slowing up and breaking down the lane integrity. Good job of Herring staying with him and forcing him out of bounds. He got it up to the 24-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Knights.
2 receivers to the far side. H-back set to the near side. Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie. McKenzie now calls for it. There's the snap. Going to be a quick toss out. I believe that's Sanders. He'll be met by Max Reisinger and able to spin forward. He'll gain maybe 2.
Yeah, they like to try to get Sanders out in space, or at least one-on-one. Max Reisinger was having nothing of that. He made that reception. Max was in his grill right off the bat. He was there, able to wrestle him out of bounds. They gave him 1 yard on that reception. Ball's at the 25-yard line. Be 2nd down and 9 for the Knights.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side. H-back set to the far side. McKenzie now moves Robertson to his right. Gets him set. There's the snap. McKenzie's going to drop back, looking for a man across the middle, but he's under pressure. Going to get outside. He'll have a 1st down, and he's still moving, making his way up the near sideline. Will make a cut, makes another Panther miss, and will finally go out of bounds in Panther territory at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, finally forced out of bounds by Frazier. Right now, what you're seeing, you got to give McKenzie credit. I mean, he's stepping up into the pocket. When that defensive line rushes around him, it opens up behind him. He's able to get that ball out into open space, and he can run. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's got the speed. Take it up that sideline. He got the ball down to the 39-yard line. The Panthers, he's going to have a 1st down and 10, but you got to have a scrambling quarterback that can do that.
1st and 10 for the Knights. At the ball will sit on the Panther 39-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for the Knights. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. McKenzie now brings Sanders in motion. They're going to toss it to Sanders. He's trying to get outside. will make a cut. He might get, no, I think they're going to give him 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I believe Hickman was able to come up. He's playing safety tonight. Was able to come up, got him low, wrapped him up, got those ankles.
Antonio Specht will check into the game for the Panthers on the defensive line.
Looks like they gave him about 3 yards on that carry. We're going to call that second down and a long 7. You know, Sanders, it'd be interesting to see what percentage of the offense is McKenzie and Sanders. Probably the bulk of it, I would think.
Yeah, Robertson's got 4 carries. McKenzie's got 4 carries. Sanders has 1 and 1 catch. 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Shotgun formation for McKenzie. It's going to be a quarterback straight run. He'll go straight ahead. Panthers sniff it out, fighting for a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, that's a quarterback draw all the way. Burts was able to get him up high, and then Kellen Hall came in and finished him off. Looked like they gave him about 3 yards on that carry.
Oh, my goodness.
What did we miss there, Ben?
3 yards, apparently. I said it was a 1 yard. I missed it. I had to borrow your spectacles.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd down and 6. You know, Ben, I never question your math.
3rd down, brought to you by Bears Towing.
Yeah.
Well, I watched the near side judge is normally who I watch, just trying to see where the ball's going down. Of course, that ball's on the far side. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver to each side. H-back to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with McKenzie. McKenzie gets him set. There's the snap. He'll drop straight back. Going to be a screen pass, and it's going to be read well by number 4, David Hickman. Ball will fall incomplete, and we'll have a go overhead door. 4th down upcoming.
Yeah, that was a good read by Hickman. Whenever you see those defensive linemen running free to the quarterback and he's retreating, you know it's a screen. They had it set up on that outside, and Hickman was able to get up there before the ball got there just about. Was able to bring him down. That was a good job by Hickman. Good job, freshman, to read the play to begin with and then finish it off by making the play. So it looks like the Knights are kind of in no man's land right now. It's going to be 4th down and 6, and it appears that they're going to go for this. They just try to draw them off sides, but with the score 28-7, you got to think they're going to go for it.
1 receiver to each side. H-back to the near side. 2 backs in the backfield with McKenzie. Gets set, now walks the H-back over. Panthers are going to jump. And that'll bring up a 4th down. It should be a 4th and 1.
Coach Doty was not happy with the result of that play.
Number 92, Grayson Gilmore will check in.
Grayson Gilmore will check in. We've been seeing Gilmore quite a bit. He's been more in the rotation. So the Panthers are looking at a 4th down and a very short 1.
4th down brought to you by Go Overhead Doors. The Knights try to convert. 8:41 on the clock. Panthers lead 28-7 here in the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver near side. Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie. There's a snap. Quarterback run straight ahead. He'll have the 1st down as he's able to push ahead.
Dylan Underwood was in on that stop. But when you got that short of a mark to make, a lot of times you'll see that. That quarterback will just take that ball in the shotgun and just force it up the middle. It's just man on man at that point. He'll find the hole and just push in behind those offensive linemen. So he got the ball up to the 27-yard line. It's going to be 1st down and 10. You know, Ben, these natural turfs are nice to have, but, boy, you can't see the lines, can you?
You can't. It's really
light. Union was horrible because you don't have the yard markers.
You get 25, 50, and 25 there.
Yeah, that's it.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers set to each side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. Now Robertson comes in motion. McKenzie's looking downfield. He's going to take a shot. Throws it up for Sanders. Incomplete.
Tried to work it on that inside receiver to Sanders. And what we've seen, Sanders seems to be their main target. Senior. Had a little step on the defender. Just slightly overthrew him. You know, we always talk about that eye candy. You know, they got the guy in motion.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a little eye candy in the backfield to look at. But, good job of the Panthers staying in coverage.
2nd down upcoming. Knights are huddled up. McKenzie gives them the call. Now they come out. 2 receivers to the near side. H-back to the near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie. McKenzie calls for it, drops straight back. Little quick hitter out to Sanders, makes a man miss. And then he is finished off by number 58, Aaliyah Logo. Hickman was the first one with contact.
Man, I love Logo. That guy never gives up on anything. He comes from that defensive tackle position, just laid him out. Remember, folks, number 58, Logo. I love it. But the little tunnel screen coming inside to Sanders, pretty effective. I mean, he was able to pick up 7 yards on that reception. So
Bears towing third down coming up. McKenzie brings them out. 1 receiver near side. 2 receivers in the H-back to the far side. Robertson to the right of McKenzie in the backfield. There's a snap. Going to be a give, and he's going to be cut down in the backfield by Hayden Madden.
How big was that play by Hayden Madden? Fill that gap. Boy, man, he came in and went straight to the legs. Perfect tackle. Took him down for about a 2-yard loss. That's going to set up a big 4th down and 5. Of course, the Knights are going to go for this, but that's 2 big plays by Hayden Madden tonight, playing at that middle linebacker position.
Go overhead door, 4th down upcoming. Knights are huddled up. 6:30 and counting here in the second quarter. Panthers lead 28-7. One receiver near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Robertson and McKenzie in the backfield. McKenzie gets them set. Now brings Sanders in motion. Going to be a quick hitter outside intended for Davis. Incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs for that Panther defense.
Tried to hit a slant on this near side. He airmailed the ball. It was too high. You had Frazier in coverage. It fell incomplete, so the Panthers are going to take this ball over at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line, their own 23-yard line. But, you know, it's a good job, Ben, of that defense stiffening their neck.
That turnover on downs brought to you by Cub House on the Bayou.
Yeah, they got deep into our territory, and the defense did what they had to do. Looks like
I formation for the Panthers. Gavin Evans at fullback behind downs with Colvin. There's the snap. Quick give straight ahead to Gavin. He's going to push up to around the 30. Nice gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Evans has really showed up big when he's been on the field for the varsity team. Played all the whole JV season. I know the coaching staff is real high on him. And, you know, if you can get a rotation of somebody like Balaje and Evans, man, that gives you 2 big hammers going between the tackles. You can wear that defensive line down as well. Picked up 7 on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 for the Panthers at their own 30-yard line.
I formation, 1 receiver to each side. I formation behind downs. Downs under center. There's a snap. Drop back pass, looking for a man. Now I'm going to scramble a little bit. Flips it out. Barr's going to try to make the catch. They're going to say incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Tell you, that was really a nice job of Downs to avoid the rush and came out to this near side. Of course, right-handed quarterback, a little bit trickier throwing it. I always like doing it that way, but it's a little harder to do.
Downs is really a dart thrower.
He is a dart thrower. He's not coming overhand like you expect to see on those short routes in particular. Now, when he's dropping back for a deep throw,
that's right.
he sets his feet and he throws overhand. But if he's running, it's more of a dart thrower. Fell incomplete. 3rd down and 3.
I formation, 1 receiver to each side. Downs goes under. Knights are going to step. They're not going to get. No, they stepped. Obviously, were able to hold back. Downs goes back under center. There's the snap. Give to Colvin in the counter play. He's up the middle. Now he's trying to break a couple tackles. He'll get into Knight territory at the 45-yard line. Downs Law Firm, 1st down.
Man, that was a good counter block up front. They kicked it out and opened that middle up for Colvin. And, again, what you've seen over and over again, you give Colvin some space, let him plant that foot. He's gone. He was in stride whenever he got through that line of scrimmage. Nice run by Colvin. Great blocks up front. Got the ball down to the 44-yard line of the Knights, 1st and 10.
Formation, Downs takes it. Give straight ahead to Gavin Evans. He's driving his legs, still spinning and twisting. He'll get up to the 34-yard line. I believe that's going to be enough for a Downs Law Firm. 1st down.
Yeah, he got the ball down to the 34-yard line. Something I want to say about Dylan Downs, too. We talk about different attributes and traits. Everything I've heard about Dylan Downs, he's very coachable. And, you look at the difference between him now and last week with you.
Oh, actually, we're going to have a measurement, William. I'm sorry.
Well,
I couldn't see the line markers. Yeah, you're right talking about downs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you talk about coachable. They got that on film, and, it's one of those sessions. Here's what you're doing, Dylan. And it's, you can see how much better he is this week on his timing.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help to have your senior quarterback, Mason Lawhon, right there on the sidelines, in your ear and at practice, knowing the Downs was going to get the start tonight, just trying to let Mason heal up a little bit. Mm-hmm. It is a first down for the Panthers, brought to you by Downs Law Firm. But Mason's such a great leader and his help that he's been able to give Dylan this week.
Absolutely. And
both young guys bearing fruit this week.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mason is in there telling him everything he can to try to help him be successful because, hey, like we talked about next year, Dylan's the guy.
I formation for Downs, one receiver to each side. There's a snap, toss back to Colvin on the near side. He's got some room. He's up the middle. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Panther!
Mr. He-Gone is back.
There he is.
Love it. Mr. He-Gone takes it up the middle, and we've talked a lot about his vision. That's a situation where once he gets past that line of scrimmage, a lot of it is just seeing where the opening is when you get in the secondary. Nice job of Colvin. He's so smooth when he runs. I mean, he just glides. Just a good job of him taking up the middle and then busting it out to the left side for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Aiden Parker will get set for the extra point try, brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team. Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 4:23 remaining second quarter, Panthers 35, Knights 7. Second quarter, also tonight brought to you by Sterlington Rural Health Clinic.
I think we need to recognize J. Rob Breen. I hadn't seen him drop one of these yet. Man, he made a nice catch.
Oh, you missed it. He did. Belanger tossed him one after Belanger's 2-point conversion. Yep. He missed one.
He made a nice one down here on the other
end. He hung
end,
his head in shame. That's how I know.
Yeah.
That's how I saw it.
Well, Coach Breen needs to have a little conversation
right.
with him after the game.
A few extra reps this week.
Yeah, you got to do better. Now, he made a nice one down here. On the run, all hands.
Of course, we are referring to the 8th grade son of Coach Bobby Breen, J. Rob Breen, the ball boy, or one of the ball boys.
He's pretty big.
You didn't miss a play, folks. It wasn't a play, a wide receiver play. It was the ball boys.
He's a pretty big ball boy.
Showcasing their skills.
Yeah. Well, you got to get it when you can.
That's right, exactly right. All right, Aiden Parker on to kick it away again with a David Bryant and EXP team kickoff. Panthers lead 35-7, 4:23 remaining here, second quarter. Be a high kick. Come down the near sideline, taken there by Lawson. He'll be popped at the 25-yard line. That'll be it.
That'd be number 33, Cody Copeland. Got down the field, first to make contact. Got him low, got him around the legs, and pulled him down. Looks like that ball is going to be put down right at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 for the Knights. Looks like we're having a little confusion for the Knights. Of course, the ball has not been put into play. Now it will be. Play clock will start. No reason to rush. They come out shotgun formation. Two receivers go to the far side. H-back set to the near side. Robertson and McKenzie in the backfield. McKenzie gets them set. There's a snap. Going to be a QB keeper around that far side trying to find some room. And he won't find anything. That's big Jack Moore.
Jack Moore, great to see him in action, wrapping him up. Love Jack Moore. A guy just got a motor that won't stop. He was able to get through that line of scrimmage and make that tackle. And we got
number 24, Hagan Herring, has checked into the ball game at linebacker.
Got enough wind up here, Ben, that our papers are blowing everywhere. You got yours in a binder.
Man, let me tell you, the Sterlington High School Library hooked me up today.
Well, you didn't hook a brother up?
Well, it was 145. It was 115.
All right.
I'm sorry.
You look very professional.
I like the binder. I think I'm making a switch.
Yeah.
Two receivers near side. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. Going to be a give to Sanders. He's trying to make some way. Actually, that's going to be Lawson. He'll get up to the 30, and it'll be a Bears towing third down upcoming.
As Maddox Bryant was able to make that stop. Hayden Madden shot the gap, got in there, wasn't able to quite get him down, but he did force him back up inside. And then Maddox Bryant was able to come in and make that stop.
Miguel Brooks has checked into the ball game for the Panthers with Antonio Specht on the defensive line.
Picked up about 3 yards on that carry. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
Third down brought to you by Bears Towing. 2:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Panthers lead 35-7. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. 2 receivers set to each side. Calls for it. Going to be a quick out. Screen pass. Will be caught. He'll have enough for a first down, but will be tackled at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, once again, that tunnel screen comes back to the inside. Dylan Underwood was able to track him down from the backside. Maddox Bryan, from that safety position, was able to take him up high, but not before he got it to the 44-yard line of the Knights. Going to set up another first down and 10. Looks like Herring checked out.
Trey Birch back in.
Trey Birch coming back in at that linebacker position.
2 minutes and counting here in the second quarter. Knights not in any hurry, taking their time in the huddle. McKenzie brings them out. 2 receivers near side. 1 receiver to the far side. Robertson in the backfield with McKenzie. McKenzie gets them settled. There's the snap. He'll drop straight back. Looking for a man downfield. That's Sanders. And it's going to fall incomplete. Nice coverage there by number 17, Max Reisinger.
Very good coverage by Reisinger. Reisinger was stride for stride with him, and that's their number 1 receiver. He had the inside position, so there was no chance of that being complete. That was a good coverage by Max Reisinger. We've seen him do that before. Really a good lockdown corner.
Second down upcoming. Looks like the Panthers are going to go money here with 3 down linemen.
But, Ben, you notice that they're going 9s all down the field. And I'm talking about fly routes pretty much right now. They're just throwing it.
Panthers making some switches.
I'm going to bring Dylan Downs in.
Downs will check in. Two receivers, 1 receiver to each side, 2 backs in the backfield with McKenzie. There's the snap. Kellen Hall with his hands up. Going to be a screen pass intended for Lawson. Well covered by Hayden Madden and Sam Frazier.
Yeah, that screen was not going to work this time. Hayden Madden's done a nice job of seeing the field from that middle linebacker position. Stepped up, was able to get him down low. As you said, Frazier came up to finish him off up top.
Bears towing 3rd down coming. 3rd and 10. Gilmore back in the game. He will check in for Kellen Hall on the defensive line.
There was no gain on that reception, so they're looking at a 3rd down and 10.
1 minute remaining. Timeout, Panthers. This timeout brought to you by Steward Medical Group. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back with second quarter action.
Community Pharmacy says go Panthers. With 2 locations, 2123 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and 200 Scott Drive right here in Sterlington, Community Pharmacy is staffed with courteous, professional pharmacists and certified technicians to answer all your questions about your medicines and well-being. Community Pharmacy offers compounding, medication management, home delivery, and so much more. Serving our area for over 15 years, we would like to thank you for your continued support and shout, Go Panthers!
Panther fans, we're back. Panthers lead 35-7. We have a Bears towing 3rd down for the Knights at their own 44-yard line. 1 receiver near side, 2 receivers to the far side. Robertson and McKenzie in the backfield. There's a snap. McKenzie drops back, looking for a man. Panthers give chase. He'll toss it out. That'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up a go overhead door, 4th down.
Yeah, he was just trying to get rid of the ball. Just threw it away. It was outside the pocket, so it was no intentional grounding. Got it up to the line of scrimmage. You notice on that, there's press coverage all up and down the field. Dylan Downs was right in the face of the intended receiver.
I'm just noticing that they just gave him a gain of about a yard on the incomplete pass.
Hey, just go with it.
Yep,
just go with it. Just go with it, man.
Go with it. 4th down upcoming. Knights will punt. Jay Bonner will drop back, standing around his own 25-yard line. Fourth down brought to you by Go Overhead Door. End over end kick. Bonner will take it. Now trying to find the wall. He's pushing through, still fighting up around the 34-yard line. And the Panther offense will come on the field with 43.9 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
Problem there, the wall had been breached. He had a few of them on the other side of the wall.
One of the challenges with a wall is you need a little time to get it set. And right there, it was a short kick.
And it was low.
It was low, so it was a little bit. I say short kick. It actually drove Bonner back a little bit. Mm-hmm. By the time he caught it, spun around, the wall had already been breached, as you said. 35-7 Panthers. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the far side. That's White, Barr, and Bonner. Colvin to the right of Downs in the backfield. Downs gets everybody set. And here we go, 1st and 10. Downs calls for it. Little freeze play, now looks over. Now Colvin switches sides to the left. There's the snap. Downs looking downfield, going to be a tunnel screen out to John Barr. He's got some blockers in front of him. He'll make a man miss. Now back to the middle of the field. He'll have a Downs law firm. 1st down up around the 45-yard line.
That was a nice run by John Barr.
Panther offense hurried now.
Yeah, the clock will stop while they move the chains. You got 32.7 seconds left. McCarthy checks out.
Tanner Bostic has checked in. 2 receivers to each side for Downs with Colvin to his left. There's the snap. Downs drops back, looking downfield. Now we'll scramble outside, trying to find a man downfield. He's got Barr. Barr will make the catch and get a foot down for Downs Law Firm. 1st down.
But they're going to call holding back here on the 47-yard line.
We'll be holding against the Panthers. We'll erase a nice catch and toss. 13.8 remaining.
Whenever Downs was scrambling, one of our linemen got out. Looked like he may have got a little bit of jersey there. But let me comment on this. The good thing about Downs, he kept his eyes down the field, and that was a great toe tap by John Barr. Really was.
We'll back the Panthers up. It'll be 1st. And about
1st down at 27. Trust me.
You're right. I was trying to see what we were looking at offensively. We'll go 3 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver set to the near side. Colvin to the left of Downs in the backfield. Panther offense gets set. Downs calls for it. There's the snap. He drops back, looking for a screen pass out to Colvin. Colvin will make the catch, and he's up, makes one man miss, and now he's dancing. He'll get across the 50 to the 49, and Panthers will take the timeout with 3.4 remaining. Timeout brought to you by Steward Medical Group. Go ahead, Will.
You know, in a play like that, you want to try to get it to Colvin quick and let him work in space. When you get him out in that flat area, we've seen him take those before. I mean, he's a danger to take at any time, but once he gets in that mode and sees where, I mean, he is just, again, he's a smooth runner. He is beautiful to watch. And a lot of times you get him just out in space and get that ball to him quick.
Yep.
He's a danger at that point.
Well, it looks like with 3.4, looks like just based on the personnel that I saw coming off the bench right there, that the Panthers are going to go Hail Mary. And what's interesting about that is there is a stiff wind that Dylan Downs is going to have to throw into, and he's going to have to get the ball 49 yards into that wind. And so it may look like Hail Mary. I'm just wondering, do you try something underneath and let John Barr, Tramel Colvin, even Bonner, try to make the run?
Well, it looks like they're going to go trip set to this near side.
And without a doubt, North Webster's going to bring in their prevent defense. They've got 4 guys about 20 to 30 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
Will be a Hail Mary formation for the Panthers. Downs calls for it. Ball's on the ground. Downs will pick it up Now going to have to make a man miss. He's trying to get upfield, and he'll just have to fall down, be sacked in the backfield. That'll be the final play of the second quarter. That play was doomed from the start. But after 2 quarters to play, Panthers 35, Knights 7. We'll head to halftime, be back in about 10 minutes. Actually, we're going to go down to the field for an interview with Coach Doty and Amanda. I'm sorry. Coach Doty makes his way to Amanda. Let's send it down to her.
Here on the road at North Webster. Coach, one heck of a first half. A lot of great plays, best of the younger guys. Good plays by Dylan Downs. What are your thoughts on the first half and some of the calls that were made?
Well, I won't comment on the calls, but listen, our kids came out playing really hard. We got another half to go. It's great to see Dylan coming out here doing his thing. Still making some mistakes, but looks good, man. I'm proud of our kids, really am.
Hey, and it's a great first half, and I like the new look of the. Is that a superstitious type deal?
I ain't never had one of these.
So there you go. That's Coach Doty. We're winning 35-7 on the road at North Webster. Coach has a brand new look. That's the mustache that you saw. So we're gonna go for a new record and see if we can bring home a win tonight. Back to you, boys.
All right, Panther fans, at halftime, Panthers lead 35-7. We're going to take about a 15-minute break and be back with halftime brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville in just a moment.
I spend my nights under the stage lights, but after the applause, I'm back in my truck from my hometown dealer, Benoit Motors. The country roads of Louisiana are my soul, and Benoit Motors gets who I am and who we are. They are proud to be a dealership for the everyday American. Join me and become a member of their family. Benoit Motors. They're with you for all your life's big moments and all the miles in between.
Hey Panther fans, it's time to kick for cancer. Every kick with Aiden Parker is a chance to kick cancer out of this world. To do your part in helping Aiden, go to shspantherfootball.com, click the link, and you can help raise money for childhood cancer research. Most of all, your donation is being made in honor of one of our very own Panthers, Veda Powell. So visit shspantherfootball.com, click the link where it says Aiden Kicks for Kids Cancer Research, and donate today. Aiden and the Panthers are kicking cancers behind, together. Community Pharmacy says go Panthers. With 2 locations, 2123 Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and 200 Scott Drive right here in Sterlington, Community Pharmacy is staffed with courteous, professional pharmacists and certified technicians to answer all your questions about your medicines and well-being. Community Pharmacy offers compounding, medication management, home delivery, and so much more. Serving our area for over 15 years, we would like to thank you for your continued support and shout, Go Panthers!
Here in Sterlington, our town motto is Faith, Family, Friends. At First Baptist Church, we believe those 3 things are what's most important for all of us, from the youngest to the oldest. We want to help you and your family thrive in each area. Whether you're new to town or just looking to get better connected, we'd love for you to come join us on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. For a full schedule or more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. FBC Sterlington, we're here for you.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation, 318-325-4418, Street and Street.
Hi, I'm Drew Breeze, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
NELA Turf Farms provides sales, delivery, and installation of luscious sods and rich soils. Whether you're building your own lawn from scratch or you're looking to restore the look and feel of your old landscape, we can help. Our technicians have over 20 years of experience analyzing our residential and commercial clients' needs. Contact us today to learn more about our services or to schedule an initial appointment. Carpenter Road, Bastrop, Louisiana.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do, it's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
Hello, I'm Ross Downs of the Downs Law Firm. We're a personal injury law firm that handles cases involving 18-wheeler crashes, automobile wrecks, pedestrian accidents, as well as slip, trip, and fall. We're with our clients every step of the way. We advise them through issues surrounding the liability issues of a wreck or a personal injury. Please give us a call if we can be of further assistance.
Ross Downs, 318-284-8551.
Caring for what matters most, your family. It's what we do every day at Steward Primary Care at Sterlington. Doctors Billy Branch and Harry Hawthorne provide medical care for pediatrics to geriatrics, including illness, minor procedures and injuries, preventative health care, and more. Steward Primary Care at Sterlington, located at 9052 Highway 165 North. To schedule an appointment, call 655-0170. Go Panthers!
What do you do after an awesome night of Panther football? You bring on the bowling for the 5th quarter. Bayou Bowl is the official 5th quarter sponsor of Sterlington Panther football. Just right down the road and on the right is where you'll find all the 5th quarter action. Yummy snacks and cold drinks from Alligator's Grill is inside Bayou Bowl and open 7 days a week. It's the perfect place to celebrate a Panther victory. So come on, join us at Bayou Bowl after every game for the official 5th quarter.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent Ron Bush is your go-to agent in Sterlington. So try combining home and auto today. Call 388-4663 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applications subject to State Farm.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. Their LSVT big
At Bears Towing and Recovery, customer service is our goal. We strive to give our customers quality at affordable rates. With an emphasis on personalized service, we guarantee you will be completely satisfied with our efforts. Contact us at 318-388-3021. Let our staff help you solve all your towing problems. And, as always, go Panthers! Representing Northeast Louisiana homeowners and future homeowners, eXp Realtor David Bryant's creative, enthusiastic, and caring nature is perfect for matching each client's desires, as well as skillfully featuring a home's unique presence and character. As your realtor, David Bryant will be an advocate just for you. Contact eXp Realtor David Bryant today at 318-265-81. Cub House on the Bayou provides child care for infants, toddlers, preschool, and school-age kids. Located at 902 Finks Hideaway Road, the Cub House offers multiple student discounts, competitive pricing, and most of all, over 28 years of experience. Open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. until 6 p.m., Cub House on the Bayou is ready to love on your little ones today. So visit cubhouseonthebayou.com for more information.
Panther fans, we're back here at halftime. Panthers lead 35-7 over North Webster. And the first half, really, that was all Panthers. Halftime is brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville. And William, just looking back at the stats, Panthers 348 yards of offense, North Webster 167. And offensively, really clicking tonight. Downs has done a good job. Defensively, you've done what's necessary to have a big lead.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see. Of course, Dylan had to step in tonight at quarterback, and just talking a little bit about him, we've been saying this all during the game, but just to summarize, what impresses me, it doesn't seem like the situation's too big for him, the moment's too big. He's very calm, and that's what you need in a quarterback. You need a guy that's in control, and everybody responds to him well. And look, when he's had the opportunity to throw the ball, he's good passes,
Yeah. He's 6 of 7.
6 of 7 for how many yards?
140.
140 yards and 1 touchdown?
Yeah, and that's not just screen passes. I know, you talk about that. Sometimes you see guys that go 18 of 20, and it's mostly screen passes,
That's
little
right.
short hitters. He's hit a couple deep bombs just dropping on
Actually, he's got
them.
2 touchdowns because he hit John Barr and he hit Nathan White on the was it the first?
The first pass play, yeah.
First pass play, second series.
Yeah.
So, he's got a couple of touchdown passes in there. So, big props to Dylan Downs. Very impressed. Glad to see that happen. And then, but, the offensive line is doing a nice job controlling that line of scrimmage. We've had big runs by the fullbacks, Melage and
Gavin Evans.
I
got you.
I got that.
I was watching quarterbacks warming up, just seeing, you'd have to expect that Downs maybe sees a series or two as long as things hold. One of the mistakes that Cody looks back on is the Richwood game. Start pulling them when you get in a little trouble. But
pull them too soon. But, we've got several guys that are playing in tonight. You mentioned Magoo shifting the tackle. Roach and Bozeman doing a good job. Of course, Cooper Line is doing his thing like he always does, and Will Wachter McCarthy as well. But on the defensive side of the ball, Hayden Madden has come up big playing that middle linebacker position. Very impressed with him. Birch in on several tackles. Javaris Himes gets the fumble recovery. And Logo, I just love Logo.
I love watching him play. High motor.
That dude is a football player. I mean,
Absolutely.
he is out there. But, the secondary's done a great job led by Max Reisinger once again. So I think all in all, it's just a good overall performance. I know Coach Doty probably wants to clean these penalties up again.
Yeah.
But, at this point of the season, you want to see that tapering down.
Absolutely. Well, Panther fans, that's going to do it for halftime. Halftime brought to you by Benoit Ford of Farmerville. And we'll get set for the third quarter. Third quarter will be brought to you by Surge Entertainment. The Knights have made their way to the sideline. Panthers are set. Aiden Parker's already teed it up. He's just waiting on everybody else.
Yeah, just kind of hanging out there with the official, huh? No, he didn't want to have anything to do with him.
That's that official that can throw that flag 35 yards. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Magoo told me he thinks there must be a magnet in the field, and when that guy throws that flag, that's what allows it to travel so far.
You think?
He said it was unbelievable. He said he threw a flag down here to our right, and that there's just no way he was that accurate. There had to be a magnet in the field.
Well,
Magoo knows some stuff. He's been around. He's seen, Coach Magoo.
He knows all the tricks, doesn't he?
Yeah, the old sage, middle school head football coach. He knows some stuff.
I got some stories I'll tell you on the way back because they're not suitable for the air.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Aiden Parker set to kick it away to begin the third quarter. Kickoff brought to you by David Bryant and the EXP team. All right. Knights trot everybody out. Waiting on the whistle. And there it is. Well, there it is. Parker makes his approach. Be a good kick right over to the near sideline. Be taken by number 19, looking for some blockers. He'll be tackled right at the 40-yard line. And the Knights will begin 1st and 10. That's number 19 for the Knights. Don't have a name and looked for one today. I'm not sure.
Well, it looked like he had.
He plays corner on the defense.
Yeah, he's the mystery guy. He had that mystery flavor with the blow pops. This is the mystery guy. But, you had Birch and Frazier in on that stop. Looked like Travis Adams was in on that as well. But he got out to the 40-yard line. It'll be first down 10 for the Knights.
McKenzie brings them out. 2 backs in the backfield with him. 1 receiver to each side with an H-back set to the far side. The Knights get set. McKenzie calls for it. There's a snap. Gives straight ahead. He's going to pick up about 6. That'll bring up second down. We have something interesting right there, and it's really close. You've got linemen going down as soon as the man's in motion. I'm not sure. I really thought they had to all be set before you could send a man in motion, but just something I noticed. I'm
not 100%
Please
sure
don't throw 100
that.
flags the rest of the way. I'm not asking for that. But,
No.
but I watched that on film, too. I saw him do it several times and thought, I thought that was seems like people are all moving at the same time would be a bad idea.
Yeah. That one I'm not 100% sure about.
Here we go again. 1 receiver to each side. H-back to the near side. There's a snap. Gives straight ahead. That's Sanders. He'll dive ahead to midfield. Believe he's going to have enough for a Knights first down.
Yeah, I believe Underwood got there to start that tackle, and Birch was able to come up, hit him right at the
will be a first down
marker. So they got it at midfield. It's going to be first down at 10 for the Knights. Of course, the Cowboys used to do that back in the day, back before you were born. They'd stand up and do that set. And Tom Landry's deal was he wanted them to stand up so you couldn't see the backs moving in motion. So, it could have been
old Tom Landry tricks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side, 1 back in the backfield with McKenzie. There's the snap. McKenzie's going to take it and run to the right. Trying to find some room. He'll cross midfield, be spun out of bounds around the 43, and that'll bring up a second down.
It looked like a combination of Maddox Bryan and Trey Birch making that stop. Just a design quarterback run. I've been impressed with McKenzie. I tell you what, he's got some really good speed. And working out of that quarterback position and that pistol formation he's really a good athlete for that, well fit for it.
Absolutely.
Got a good arm on him as well. Picked up 6 yards on that latest carry.
Ball will sit on the 44. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. McKenzie waits for him to get set. Now calls for it. There's the snap. Dylan Underwood will meet him in the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Yeah, that was a counter play. And Underwood got outside the counter, took the back down, got a little help from Hayden Madden, but make no mistake about it, that was Dylan Underwood all the way. Read that play, wrapped him up, brought him down for about a 2-yard loss. He made that tackle back on the 45-yard line, but good job of him diagnosing that play.
Bears towing third down upcoming. 9 minutes remaining third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. Two receivers to the far side. 1 receiver set to the near side. McKenzie gets him set. Now calls for it. Going to run to the right. Trey Birch is going to give chase. Now McKenzie reverses field, trying to find some room. Himes is going to chase too. Going to be a ball up in the air, thrown out of bounds, incomplete.
Now, I'm going to make a comment here, Ben. Now, in the state championship game, Mitch Heidnick got down the field about 2 yards, and they called the illegal receiver downfield. Now, I saw a guard down there at least 3 yards. Now, come on. If you're going to call that,
well, it wasn't these guys. They weren't there that night.
Doesn't matter.
Fourth down brought to you by Go Overhead Door coming up. Looks like the Knights will send on the punt unit. Jay Bonner drops back.
I just wanted to point that out.
That's a good point.
That still sticks in my craw.
Fair. I could tell a little bit.
It does.
There's the snap. Spiraling kick. Bonner's going to take it. Trying to find some room. Makes a move upfield. Got up the side, near sideline. He's got blockers in front. Makes one cut. He's up. He may take it all the way. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Panthers.
Nice run. Had some blocks set that up early in the run, but we got a flag back here.
Do we have a flag? Doggone it.
That doesn't.
I'm hearing it may be on North Webster.
We are getting an unofficial judgment call that is.
Hey, look, I'm gonna just say it. I don't doubt John Reisinger.
Yeah,
I'll take it to the bank.
That man, John Reisinger, can win it. He knows.
He took a man's.
But
I was watching Seinfeld and the lopper was
or it may have
back.
just fell out of somebody's pocket because they hadn't come back.
No, personal foul against North Webster will be assessed on the kickoff.
Let me say this. That was a heck of a run by Jay Bonner. You talk about using your vision. Set up his blocks, set the openings up, and was able to take it back to the inside. Huge, huge return by Jay Bonner.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Now Jackson Sturdivant on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Panthers come over, get set. Carter Morris to hold for the left-footed Jackson Sturdivant. There's kick, snap, hold. Kick comes out low, and it's no good. No good. But with 8:08 remaining third quarter, Panthers 41, Knights 7. Let's take the break. We'll be right back with more third quarter action.
Hi, I'm Drew Brees, co-owner of Surge Entertainment Centers. Being a father of 4 children, I'm constantly looking for ways to provide great family experiences, such as sports simulators and bowling, including a full-service bar and restaurant with comfortable lounge and event spaces. We are consistently on the cutting edge with our equipment, technology, and park designs. If you haven't been to one of our Surge parks yet, come by and see us and experience it for yourself. You won't want to leave, because here at Surge, it's all about friends, family, and fun.
Panther fans, we're back here in the third quarter, brought to you by Surge Entertainment. Panthers lead 41-7. After the personal foul, Jackson Sturdivant will tee it up to kick it away with the David Bryant Realty kickoff. Nice kick by Jackson, going to drive it back to the goal line for a touchback. And the Knights will come out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. That's got to be a heavy football,
a good
huh?
One. You can't have
I don't want it. That's one of
those.
Can I just hold it? I'm going to throw it back at her.
Heck no, I'm keeping that one.
That's one of them good ones you play yard football with.
I got to go see Luke tomorrow.
Wait, that's not your bank. You can't have that.
I'm giving that to Luke. We're going to Jackson tomorrow. Bellhaven's playing Southern University for homecoming, so we'll be there tomorrow night. This ball compliments of Claire Clement.
There we go.
Hey, Claire has got the arm now. Seriously.
1st and 10 for the Knights. Looks like Miguel Brooks, Grayson Gilmore, and Antonio Specht have checked in on the defensive line along with Javarius Himes. Braden Bonner is also back at safety for the Panthers. McKenzie calls for 2 receivers to the far side. There's the give to Robertson, trying to find some room.
And I've been waiting to say this. A host of Panthers forced him out of bounds. Looked like they were led by Javarius Himes. Working that far side. Picked up about 3 yards on that carry. Going to be 2nd down and 7. Nice thing that clock continues to run.
7:35 and counting here in the third quarter.
Have you gotten any official word on if it's a running clock, Ben?
I believe the rule is that we have to get to 42, and so that extra point didn't allow us to get to 42. So close. 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. McKenzie calls for it. There's the snap. Looking for a quick hitter out to Sanders. He makes the catch. Now spins outside. He'll have a 1st down, tackled by number 30, Sam Frazier, and
that was Travis Adams, number 5. Actually, Travis Adams, I believe, got in the tackle first. Frazier came in, helped, but he was able to get a 1st down.
Looks like number 88, Jaden Hall, will check in at corner.
Right now that clock continues to run with 6:44 It's going to be a long trip back, man. 2+ hours getting over here, wasn't it?
It was. 2 receivers to each side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. Now Sanders comes in motion. Toss to him, and he's tackled by number 10, Javarius Himes.
Man, Javarius Himes read that play, came through the line of scrimmage and dropped, I believe that was Sanders, dropped Sanders again for a big loss. They've been running that all night. Man, Himes just shut the door on that one. That's going to be a 5-yard loss.
Second down upcoming.
Second down and 15.
Cody Copeland will check into the ball game for number 7, Dylan Underwood. 2 receivers near side. 1 receiver to the far side. McKenzie gets them set. There's the snap. Looking for a slant route, and it's off of his hands, incomplete.
You tried to hit that slant route.
McKenzie drilled that. Receiver unable to catch that.
He did. That's the mystery receiver.
Number 19.
Number 19. Boy, we saw that pass play he had. I think it was the first play of the game for him against Union, and that was the exact same play, just a quick hitter, kind of a slant route, and took it to the house. But anyway, fell incomplete. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 15. Again, that ball's right at the 27-yard line of the Knights.
3rd down brought to you by Bears Towing. 2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. McKenzie gets him set. There's a snap. He drops back. Going to just take a shot downfield. Sam Frazier's got coverage. It's going to be caught by number 9, Sanders. And then he'll finally be tackled out of bounds by number 30, Sam Frazier.
That's a nice throw by McKenzie.
Initially, Frazier had good coverage.
Yeah.
And the ball just out through him. Kind of got up in that jet stream a little bit and was able to come down right where it needed to.
You know, with the wind blowing like it is, that says a lot about that throw. I mean, that was a nice throw and dropped it right in the bucket on a dime. Got the ball down to the 10-yard line of the Panthers. Well, let's call it 12 on the
1st and
12-yard.
10. There you go. The 12-yard line. 5 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. McKenzie gets him set. There's a snap. Give straight ahead to Robertson. He'll gain a few, and then I'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like Cody Copeland came out of that outside linebacker spot. Made the hit along with Hayden Madden. Both those guys team up for a big stop. Gained about 2 yards on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down. That ball is right on the 10-yard line of the Panthers. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. They can get a 1st down inside the 2-yard line.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers split to each side. McKenzie calls for it, drops straight back, looking for a quick hitter. Off the hands of Sanders, incomplete. Bears towing, 3rd down coming up.
Once again, that's that quick slant. That's just a quick timing play. If they can hit that play, it's just a sprint to the end zone. Tell you, Ben, we're out here in the elements tonight. It's nice.
It does. Feels good.
Yeah.
This had been about 2 nights ago, Tuesday night. We'd have been heaters and earmuffs and gloves. I even had some homemade hot chocolate Tuesday night. Will, my wife, we went to a flag football game. She said, I got you.
And you didn't bring it?
Tonight? No, not tonight. That was Tuesday for flag football.
No, I mean,
40 degrees.
I always take some hot chocolate. Your wife makes some great hot chocolate. Huh?
2 receivers each side. McKenzie in the backfield by himself. There's a snap. QB's going to fake it, run a draw. He'll run into a wall. I believe that's Antonio Specht.
Yeah, Antonio Specht. Wow. I mean, he dismantled the offensive lineman, and he was there to greet McKenzie with a nice big Specht hug.
Go overhead door, 4th down upcoming. Looks like the Knights will send on the field goal unit. That'll be number 3, Christian Whitlock, with about a 30-yard field goal attempt with 3:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Third quarter brought to you by Surge Entertainment. Everybody gets set. There's a snap, a little high. Gets it up. And it is no good. No good. Panther offense will come back on the field. Looks like we may have some newcomers coming for that Panther offense. We'll try to get those to you.
I believe we do. So let's see. It looks like the offensive line is about to.
Colvin's going to stay. He will stay in.
So
Wachter, Roach, Bozeman. Well, I think Landon Taylor is in. And Drew Whitlock.
I think Drew Whitlock would be. Is he the only substitution?
Landon Taylor too, I believe.
Yeah.
I formation. Downs under center. There's a snap. Toss back to Trammell, and he's met in the backfield quickly. That'll be a loss on the play. Bring up second down. Not sure what happened there.
Looks like they got penetration up the middle. There's a couple of them. Nathan White is in at one receiver spot, and you have Tanner Bostic at the other.
I formation behind Downs. There's a snap. Toss to Trammell on that right side, trying to find some room. He hops through. We'll pick up a little, and we'll have a third down.
Little start and stop action there by Colvin. Managed to pick up about 4 yards on that carry. Got 2 back on the loss. So that'll be third down and 8 for the Panthers.
I formation for Downs again. One receiver to each side. Belanger and Colvin behind him. Under center. Little freeze play. Now looks over. Everybody gets set. There's the snap. Toss to Colvin on this right side, trying to find some room. He'll bounce off one man. He's going to have a first down and step out of bounds. Downs Law Firm, first down up to the 36-yard line.
Man, that was a good job. The offensive line took care of the line of scrimmage, and Colvin had one man to beat, was able to kind of give him a little bit of a, wouldn't call it a full stiff arm, but he was able to get his hand in his face and able to pop that thing to the outside. That was a nice run by Colvin. Got it up to the 37-yard line. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Panthers.
I formation. Downs goes under center. There's a snap. Quick give to Belanger. He puts that head down, drives those legs. He's still going up to the 47-yard line. Going to be real close to a first down.
Man, that's what you call determination. He got.
It will be a Downs Law Firm first down.
Tell you what, when you take that kind of contact and you just keep pushing it down the field, that was 10 hard yards by Brody Belanger.
Now, William, I'm gonna correct you just a little bit. He didn't take contact.
He gave contact.
Number 58 for North Webster got up, rubbing his own neck.
Oh well, I mean, I'm just saying he got a few little nicks on him there.
Absolutely.
Whoa,
I formation.
Brody Belanger, boy.
There's the snap. Give to Brody again. He's driving the pile. Still pushing, dragging men with him up to they're going to say he got to the 46. That's going to be a gain for second down. I believe it'll be second down 3 upcoming.
Man, you got to like it when you see a guy like Brody Belanger just take the ball and just force it down the field.
Just take the lunch pail to work.
He does, man. The thing about it, when you look at it, I was just watching number 61, Hunter Evans, the defensive tackle. He grabbed him around the waist. And, I mean, Belanger just kept pulling ahead, man, just plowing ahead.
Looks like that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Third quarter was brought to you by Surge Entertainment. We'll take the break. Be back with the fourth quarter. Panthers lead 41-7.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Community banking. It's not just what we do. It's ingrained in who we are. By providing a banking experience you can trust. Marion State Bank. Marion, Farmerville, Sterlington, Monroe, West Monroe.
Panther fans, we're back here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter action brought to you by Marion State Bank. Panthers have it 2nd down and 4 upcoming. I formation, 1 receiver to each side. Gavin Evans, the fullback, with Michael Douglas behind him. Give this to Douglas.
Got to change it to quarterback position.
That'll be Carter Morris. Good catch, Will. I missed that.
Yeah, Carter snuck in there on us. No gain on that carry.
While we have a second, I do want to let you know that the Panther and Lady Panther basketball teams get started Tuesday night. Scrimmage at Claiborne Christian School. They'll play Neville and OCS. And then on Tuesday, November 1st at Ouachita to take on the Lions. I formation gives straight ahead. That's going to be enough for Downs Law Firm. 1st down. But encourage you to go check out our Lady Panthers and Panther basketball team next Tuesday at Claiborne Christian, and then scrimmage number 2 the following Tuesday, November 1st at Ouachita. Appreciate Coach Glenn giving us the heads up so you folks can know all that's happening. Go support our student athletes. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. I believe that was Gavin Evans, wasn't it?
Gavin Evans got that 3 tough yards there. Moved the ball up to the 30, let's say it's a 43-yard line of the Knights. 1st down and 10.
Morris gets them set. There's a snap. Toss back to Douglas. Looking for some room. Puts a foot down. Now puts a head down. He's got Downs Law Firm. 1st down on a big run by number 32, Michael Douglas.
That's a nice run by Michael Douglas. Once again, he was seeing the openings like everybody else. Good blocking up front, by the way. Looks like Nathan Riordan is checking in for Will Wachter. They still have. Look like they got Michael Roach. I think he's still in there.
I don't think Michael is. I'm pretty sure David is.
David, excuse me. I'm sorry. You're the one that got me started on that.
I formation. Looks like we'll have a timeout by North Webster. Timeout's brought to you by Steward Medical Group. They'll take the break. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Panther fans, we're back. 10:03 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Panthers lead 41-7. Fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank. Also want to give a shout out to our game sponsor, Go Overhead Door, and our premier sponsor, McDonald's. I formation for the Panthers. Carter Morris at quarterback, Gavin Evans and Michael Douglas behind him. There's a snap, toss back to Douglas. Ball is on the ground. It's still on the ground.
I believe the Panthers got it back.
Panthers were able to recover. Be a loss on the play.
I believe that was David, I'm not Michael Roach, that got the recovery. And you got bit by that too.
I did, no doubt.
You said that last week.
No doubt. I've been doing that a long time, though. Both of them could tell you that. I've called them the wrong name.
Well, then, you got to give me some slack there, man.
I just don't want him listening to it and fussing at us because Michael's a bad man.
Really?
Uh-huh. You ain't not met Michael Roach? Mm-mm. You better watch it. He'll be looking for you. You'll never see the bearded wonder coming. I formation.
Dude, you're digging your own grave.
No, man, I love me some Michael Roach. I formation, toss back to Michael Douglas. He catches, puts a foot down. Nice run up to the 20. Bring up a 3rd down upcoming.
That was a nice run by Douglas. The first thing you said was right. He planted that foot and took it upfield. I like to see a guy that just makes that north and south decision and gets into it.
Well, you know, Doty talked about him this week in the coaches show and said that Michael really has been a guy that has stepped up for them on scout team. He's been the guy helping them run and do some things with his speed, and so it's good to see him get rewarded tonight. I formation, toss back to Douglas again. Looking to get upfield. I believe he's going to have enough for another Downs Law Firm. First down as the Panther offense keeps moving and keeps that clock moving too.
Yeah, he got it down to the 15-yard line. Tell you what, Gavin Evans got a little bit of a jump start there. I was hoping that white hat
motion. That was just motion.
I was just hoping that white hat didn't throw the flag. I like to see that clock ticking down.
Gavin was going into motion. That's our new formation. You just didn't know. Yeah, secret play.
Yeah, secret. Okay.
Secret play.
I got you. If you say so.
I formation, one receiver set to each side. Give to Gavin Evans, straight up the middle. He's fighting and pushing. Going to get close to another first down, maybe just short, and that'll bring up second down.
I believe they're going to say he made, boy, you don't get much closer than that. He's got to be like a foot away. I bet you they give it to Douglas here.
Give to Gavin Evans, driving the pile. In for the touchdown.
Gavin Evans gets the score. Well, I didn't get that one right, but good push up front by that offensive line. Went right up the middle, right up the gut. Gavin Evans put that shoulder down and just plunged over across the goal line for the score.
That touchdown brought to you by the law offices of Street and Street. Jackson Sturdivant will come on to attempt the David Bryant and EXP team extra point. Panthers get set. Now come over. Carter Morris to hold. There's the snap, the hold. Kick is up. And it is good. 7:25 remaining fourth quarter. Panthers 48, Knights 7.
All right, so that's that magic. Is that magic number now, Ben?
Should be, but I don't see it still running.
Well, I think they got to kick it off first.
I mean, when we played Bastrop, they didn't. It started running. Didn't matter. Just get it over with.
Yeah, well, that's different. We were at home, too.
Yep. All right. Aiden Parker, I believe it's not Aiden Parker. It's going to be Jackson Sturdivant to kick it away. The David Bryant David Bryant and EXP team kickoff in just a moment. Panthers with 432 yards of offense, 292 of that on the ground, and 140 through the air on 6 of 7 passing. It's a pretty good night.
That is a very good night. Love the completion percentage, too. That's awesome.
All right. Sturdivant makes his approach. There's a kick. Line drive over towards number 4, Lawson, and will go out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Ball should come out to the 35, and the Knights will take over. Will be mass substitutions for the Panthers. See number 93, Hayden Franklin, making his way out, along with number 68, Braden Hooter.
Looks like we got number 61. I don't have that.
That's
fancy.
Blake Franklin. The Franklin brothers are on the defensive line.
Where's Tommy?
Hey, and I also want to mention this while we've got a second. Their grandfather, Coach Franklin from Haynesville High School, longtime winning coach, many state championships, is actually here tonight. So how cool for him to get to see both of his grandsons tonight on the field.
Absolutely.
Also, go ahead, what you got?
We got Dalton Moody out there.
And
we got
Chase Esween down there on the defensive line.
The Dalton Moody sighting. I want Dalton to get an interception tonight.
Who we got back at safety on the other side? Can you see a number? I know that's Braden Bonner.
On the other side? Oh, safety. Oh, that's a 89. That's going to be
a nice job there by Cody Copeland on the tackle, and that'll bring up second down.
That was Tyler Brower, but good tackle by Cody Copeland. Great tackle.
87, Connor Justice will check in at safety now.
Picked up about 2 yards on that carry. It'll be second down and 8 for the Knights.
6:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank. The clock is now rolling. I'm being told it will not stop, so 6.5 minutes. Shotgun formation, one receiver near side, one to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield with McKenzie. He calls for it. There's the give straight ahead. Nice job
Man, you had a combination tackle there. You had Cody Copeland get him in the backfield, wrap him up around the waist, and then Chase Eswin came in, cleaned him up. Good job by both of those guys. Eswin coming off that defensive end spot, Cody Copeland coming in from that tackle position. Actually going to be a loss on that play.
97, Bennett Weems has checked into the ball game.
It's going to be a loss on that play, Ben. It's going to be 3rd down and a very long 9 for the Knights with that ball right on the 36-yard line.
Bears towing, 3rd down upcoming. Shotgun formation, 1 receiver to each side, 2 receivers in the backfield. There's the snap. QB's going to keep it. That'll be Herring giving chase. Had a shot at him. Now McKenzie's up the far sideline. Finally taken out of bounds. Big run by the quarterback, McKenzie, for a 1st down into Panther territory.
Yeah, McKenzie was able to break a couple of tackles. I saw that.
Got a flag on the, I think it just dropped out of his pocket. All right, that one did just drop.
I thought maybe he was going to call it for the guy hitting him with the ball. Moody was the one that knocked him out of bounds. Cody Copeland was able to make sure he stayed out of bounds. But he was able to get the ball down to the 30.
1st down for the Knights.
Actually,
Ball sits on the
27-yard line.
Yeah, 27-yard
line. It's going to be 1st down and 10.
Richwood 20, Union 14 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Yikes.
And that is at Richwood.
That is at Richwood. District race could get really interesting.
Very interesting.
1 receiver set to each side. 2 backs in the backfield with McKenzie. There's a snap. Give straight ahead. I believe that's 97 Bennett Weems on the tackle, and we'll have a 2nd down upcoming.
Yeah, Bennett Weems got in on that stop.
I believe that's Hayden Franklin as well, isn't it?
Hayden Franklin, but I believe Herring was in there as well. It was a team effort on that tackle. Picked up about 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. Ball's on the 21-yard line.
3:42 remaining here, 4th quarter. Panthers 48, Knights 7.
Yeah, Ben, that's a Richwood Union game. That's a big one.
But within 1 score, as long as Trey Holly's on the field, it definitely ain't over.
Yeah.
2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Sanders in the backfield with McKenzie. There's the snap. Going to be a give to center right side, trying to get room outside. He'll be cut down. We're going to have a holding penalty in just a moment. That's going to back him up 10 yards.
Yeah, that's number 89, Tyler Brower.
Panthers did a nice job of cutting that down.
Sure did, man. They cut that edge off fast. Brower came out of that safety position to make that stop along. I believe that was Birch as well. Sort this out right quick.
We'll back them up 10 yards from the spot. That'll bring up 2nd down and a long ways.
Well, it was actually 2nd down and 4, so this will take them back. It's going to be 2nd down and 14, I believe. 2nd down at 12. The clock continues to run, 2:57. I did hear Tommy Franklin
telling them boys to get it.
Boys, get back there.
Make your grandpa proud.
You got both them boys in the there. Here we go.
2 receivers near side, 1 receiver to the far side. McKenzie and Robertson in the backfield. There's a snap. McKenzie drops back. Looking for a man. Taking a shot. Will be pass interference. Ball was underthrown.
Well, I'm going to say this.
It's number 88,
that's
Jaden Hall.
But that's not a bad play.
No, not at all.
Because it's going to be a 15-yard penalty in high school, so it's not, on the 2-yard line. Yeah, exactly. So that's not a bad play on his part.
Will be a 1st down upcoming. Ball should go down around the
Well, if you're going to go, it's
13 maybe?
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is on a 30, so it's half the distance of the goal, I would think. So that would put it down
clock
on the 15.
Is running. We are definitely in running clock.
Should be down around the 15-yard line, I would think.
It will be 1st and 10, ball on the 15. Yeah, for Jaden Hall, not bad coverage. Ball kind of hung up in the air and a little underthrown, so the guy comes back to it and comes through you. but for the young man, that's a great job. And I want to point out, too, this is some of our 3s and 4s. North Webster's 1s are still in, which I get. I mean, these guys have played hard all year, just looking for some success where they can get it. McKenzie drops back, going to be a screen pass out to Sanders, and he drops it. Incomplete.
Yeah, Braden Bonner was there to make sure that wasn't going to be a very long run if he had completed it, but ball falls incomplete. Going to be 2nd down and 10. Again, that clock continues to tick down. It's at under 1 minute now.
.50 seconds and counting here, fourth quarter. Fourth quarter brought to you by Marion State Bank. Knights come out. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 receiver near side. McKenzie and Robertson in the backfield. There's a snap. McKenzie drops back. Little stutter and go. Takes a shot. It's going to be intercepted. Panthers going to make a return. Making a couple men miss. Nice interception there by number 85, Braden Bonner with the Cub House on the Bayou turnover. And that will be the final play of the game.
Dalton Moody set it up. You saw
they
that?
Did. Great coverage.
Dalton Moody had good inside coverage, tipped that ball up in the air. Braden Bonner was the recipient of a
I don't think I've ever seen that, Will. I'm sorry. I was distracted. Fireworks on a 48-7 loss. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's okay.
Get rid of them.
What'd you say? Get rid of them?
Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. But, hey, good teamwork by Dalton Moody, Braden Bonner.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job tonight by those young men. And I know for Coach Doty, even when it's your second defense, man, being able to keep him out of the end zone right there was big for him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, Ben, this was kind of the game you wanted after coming after that disappointing loss.
Sets up
to
a
Union.
big matchup next week with a meet coming to town.
Yeah.
And it should be a fun game environment back home in Panther Stadium next week with a meet. And I don't know if those two schools have ever met before. Our two schools have ever met before, but looking forward to that matchup, especially now Panthers back to 500, 4-4, and a win against a meet and finish up against Wassman would be nice for PowerPoints.
Absolutely, and you know, right now I think a meet sits at 5-2 before the game tonight. I don't know who they're playing. You and I have talked about it. That district's kind of a funny district. Everybody's sitting around 5-2, 6-1. There's a lot of winning records in that district. It seems like they're knocking each other off. So really don't know what we're going to see from them. They got good size, I believe.
Yeah, they do. A lot of athletes.
A lot of athletes. So, it'll be a very interesting game Friday night. That's a long trip up here for them, too. What's that been, about 3?
That's a long ways. I'm not sure. We passed through there going to New Orleans, so I would think it's at least 3.5 probably.
I'd say 3.5 to 4 hours almost. So it'll be a long trip for them up here next Friday night at Panther Stadium. So, hey, we want everybody out there supporting these Panthers because right now we're in the playoff positioning mode right now.
Absolutely.
And so all we can do is win out, and it's kind of at the mercy of how the PowerPoints fall.
All right, looks like Amanda's getting set with a post-game interview brought to you by Ashley Storage with Coach Doty. Actually, yep, there it is real quick.
Hey, Coach. Great win tonight on the road, 48-7. What are your thoughts on the game? And tell me what your thoughts are on the boys that got to play tonight and how they're doing.
Well, it's a great win for us. You got to enjoy these, Coming out right before the game, you walk out of there and you see the lights down here, and, it's just special. It's just a special thing to get to do, man. Friday night lights, it ain't nothing like it.
Speaking of Friday Night Lights, I read on Facebook that you haven't watched a football movie in a long time, and you just said you had a movie night the other night. Does that kind of inspire you a little bit?
No, we got beat after we watched that movie, so we won't ever watch another one.
Well, great job tonight. Great job on the road. Looking forward to being home next week.
Yeah, very much so. Big game next week for us. Very big game against a very quality opponent. Just proud of these kids, man. Proud of them. Go Panthers.
There you go. That's the win on the road, guys. Thanks so much for watching us on YouTube tonight. And that's a win, 48-7. Go Panthers.
All right, Panther fans, that's going to wrap it up for us. Let me give a quick shout-out to some quick sponsors, and then we'll wrap this up. I want to give a special shout-out to our fifth quarter sponsor, Bayou Bowl of Monroe. Kraftman Federal Credit Union for sponsoring our student section. The highlight reel brought to you by NELA Turf. Ashley Storage for the post-game interview and hype video. Back home in our stadium, the in-stadium TVs sponsored by Sparks Nissan Kia. Also, the 75-inch TVs under the stadium and the Panthers shout-outs brought to you by the committee to elect Lucy Holtzclaw for mayor, number 77 on the ballot. Also, again, a special thank you to McDonald's, our premier sponsor, and Go Overhead Door, our game sponsor. And as always, thank you, Empire Media, for all of your work to make this broadcast happen every week. I'm Ben Hackler, William Handy, Chris Sturdivant. William, any final thoughts before we wrap this up and make the 2-hour drive back home?
No, but I just want to say, everybody, get out to the game against the Meat. We need a loud and proud crowd to cheer these Panthers on.
Absolutely. Just quick update. Union Parish has taken the lead against Richwood 21-20 and late in the fourth quarter. And we'll see how that one finishes up in just a little bit. Coach Doty's with his team. Wrapping it up. We're headed back home. See you Friday night for Sterlington versus the Meat in Panther Stadium. Have a great weekend.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. They have great locations in Monroe and Sterlington, Louisiana. They have a wide variety of storage unit sizes available, and their prices are very reasonable. The best part about Ashley Storage is that Dave can reserve his storage unit online from his home, quick and easy. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
This broadcast is copyrighted by Empire Media and Management. Any unauthorized reproduction is strictly prohibited.